They also just went live on YouTube.
Sup, guys? How is everyone tonight? Sup, guys? How is everyone tonight?
Sure.
I'm glorious. Very excited.
That was a hell of an intro, right? Oh, let me start this again. Welcome to Loreline's episode 29 and a half, the producer live letter watch party.
There's apparently
There's
echo.
an echo, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Just a moment. Thank you, guys.
Is there still an echo here?
Beep, beep, boop.
Is it still an echo?
Let me turn down 14 stream.
Okay.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll stay that way.
Yeah.
And technology won't be a silly bitch.
Probably somebody. Mine headset was too loud and was throwing your audio back into the mic. Maybe.
Oh, Kebron's here. Okay.
Cobra.
Anyways, let me restart. Episode 29 and a half, producer live letter watch party. So, welcome to our pre-show. Don't be doing pre-gaming, though. Not just yet. So, we have some bingos to go through. We also have some stuff to talk about. So, who wants to start with theirs first? How many bingos did we make? Did we make 3? 3, 4?
Yeah, there's 3.
3. Okay. So, what is everyone expecting from tonight?
Squealing and hiccups.
That has already started.
Same. Behind the scenes.
If I have to pray for something, please don't take the afflictus misery from me.
That's gonna
I
go
would
away
like
like
more buttons.
protect.
How
Please.
dare!
Listen, it's not fair to take advantage of me being half dead to attack me like that.
You want to talk about fairness? Come to me and talk about Dark Knight.
F.
I'm just a corpse walking around. That's how dead I am inside.
That's basically me.
Right now?
Ooh, Neela.
Hey, Neela's here.
Ayumi, apparently you need to turn Meowth's volume up.
Or maybe I'm talking too low.
It is.
No,
quite
you're
late at
fine
night.
for me, but you're not fine for the stream. Like a
like close,
30% increase, apparently. That's what you need.
So I just realized my mic was muted this whole time.
Hey, buddy.
Meanwhile, I'm screaming about Afflatus misery, and Dark Knight deserves everything bad that happened to it.
Hold on.
My wife is screaming at me. How dare I?
Let's talk about this.
Yes?
What, misery?
That and what I'm being put through now, hearing that.
Oh, the let me guess. You played Dragoon in Heavensward.
No, I played Dark Knight in Heavensward.
Oh, well, that was a good choice. If you played Dragoon in Heavensward and now you still play Dragoon, you're probably feeling very sad.
Meow, speak.
We need to test your audio.
You don't want to test my audio?
Wow.
I see how it is. I'm just giving you shit.
Chat, just so you're aware, Ayumi is hosting tonight, so we had to finagle some files around. So that is including the volume levels, why it's a little different. So bear with us, and thank you so much. Our apologies.
Yeah, everything's fed into the desktop.
So we'll just have to boost her on Discord, probably, on your end.
I'm kind of surprised. I mean, not surprised, but when people say this expansion, I'm going to main blah blah blah, and I'm like, when people do these Twitter
Bingo,
posts
found
of,
it.
when people do these Twitter posts about which job did you main in that, which was your starting job, which was the one you main in blah 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 blah, blah expansion, and these are actually the most boring and most easy for me to feel, because it's like white mage, white mage, white mage.
Yeah, it's never gonna change.
Why not play Black Mage?
Because I'm a healer at heart.
Because
So
I'm a
you can-
sadist at heart.
You can heal people by killing the boss faster, though.
Yeah,
That's
that's what
medication, not healing.
that's what Glare is for.
I do say an ounce of prevention's worth a pound of cure.
Yes, absolutely.
They do say
and
that.
also, White Mage is the if looks could kill class because
Yes.
they glare everything.
A
To them.
nice, well done. Well
God
played,
damn
sir.
it.
We're not even 10 minutes in, and we're beginning with this.
That means we're in
It's
pure
going
fun
to be a
mode.
long night.
Glorious night.
All right, let's
Wasn't
move into
it-
bingos.
Wasn't that Tsukuyomi?
Mm-hmm.
It was indeed.
Is it bingo time?
Yes, it's
It's
bingo
bingo
time. Ayumi,
time.
when are you having kids?
He's a robot. He
Oh,
can.
wrong kind of bingo. Okay, I see.
Wait, what kind of bingo is that?
Yeah, I've never heard about that game, Cobra.
It's not a fun game. All right, whose bingo is this?
This is mine,
Ayumi.
actually. Yeah, I had to keep it from people. Just because, I wanted to save it as a surprise for tonight. So, let's begin. Paladin nerfs incoming. I wanted to go the exact opposite of the way that people were thinking. Oh, Paladin's the poster job. They're totally going to get buffed. No, I kind of want to see them get nerfed. So I just kind of go the other way.
They're basically gonna be like monks were in their own expansion.
Yep. They're going to get the monk
Terrible.
treatment. Next, I'm going to do Scholar does more than just shield now. Because, I mean, if it's going to be an exact copy of the Sage, why would it just, be an exact copy? It should get more heals, shouldn't it? Right?
No.
Everyone gets a gap closer. I mean, we just saw a summoner get a gap closer in the benchmark. Why can't everyone else?
Yeah, level 84.
I want to see healers get a gap closer.
Gap closer.
It's in Nazja.
Yeah,
Black
they just
Mage.
give you Seraph Strike.
We already have one. It's called Rescue.
I was gonna say, there you go.
Oh no.
Rescue is amazing.
Ethereum manipulation for Black Mage.
Okay, for real though, I have wanted an AoE version of Rescue for a really long time.
Why?
Why do you think? Look, how many times have you rescued me into shit when we end up playing together and you're on healer?
That's just my way of saying hello.
Exactly. So then
It's
you
not
can
every
say
time.
hello to multiple people. It's way more efficient if it's AoE.
Also
See.
known as the Tug.
I just want Fluid Aura to give a knockback again, but instead of knocking back the mobs, it knocks back players. Like in PvP.
Healers
when-
deserve a yeet.
Nope.
Everyone gets a gap closer. Twitch chat molds over changes. That should have been my free space, but I saved it for something better. Tank identity still borked because they'll never fix tanks. No
No,
matter
they're
how
all
many
the same.
times they adjust them.
Sad.
It doesn't matter what kind of candy shell they have. They're all M&Ms inside.
Still no dots for Dark or Warrior. So this is something I'm still waiting on because it hasn't been adjusted since Heaven's Ward. Dark used to have a dot called Scourge. Warrior
Yeah, I
used to have
miss
one
Scourge.
called Fracture.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were removed in Stormblood.
I used to
And-
have Fracture as a Dragoon.
Yep.
And then we go into Shadowbringers when all the changes happen, and suddenly Paladin and Gunbreaker get 2 apiece. We still don't get any. Why? Beastmaster is mentioned. I threw that in there as a wild card. Summoner still not quite right. That's up there with the tank identity still borked. That's something they're almost never going to fix.
Yeah, Summoner, I think, would be really difficult to fix, especially since they don't want to and probably can't realistically go the route of Final Fantasy XI Summoner. As much as I love it, its playstyle probably wouldn't fit unless they managed
Yes,
to
the pole
translate
dance.
it somehow into the trance system.
Sam uses another sword just because they want to be extra weeby.
So instead of having the double strike, they pull a Zoro and get a third
Hey,
one.
my
that's-
original
Yeah,
my
got
original
one in their
text
mouth.
for that. My original text for that was they use a Bankai, but I didn't go too far. I wanted to make it realistic.
I mean, as Naruto as Ninja is, it's totally possible.
You're about to be muted.
Why?
Playstick in a Final Fantasy game.
It's
Wow.
true.
Please look forward to it.
Believe it.
Believe it.
Get out.
Black Mage can cast Meteor as a skill. That's something I'd like to see, actually. I'm actually
How
kind
about
of...
Comet instead
at-
of Meteor. Meteor
So-
is...
This would be cool, but the problem I have with this is with so many Final Fantasy IV references coming up in Endwalker, Meteor. Was it Meteor or Meteo in Final Fantasy IV that killed Tella?
4. It was Meteo, but that's because of character limit.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
It was
Meteor.
also- Yeah, it was also like Lit 3 on the SNES.
yeah, that was lit as fuck.
Under 3.
Okay, so I have a problem with Meteor and Comet actually as a player spell in 14. How would that fit into the lore unless we get like that as the level 80 skill? Or I mean the level 90 skill. And
Twin
like
cast.
I mean, you just summon a Dalamud and crash it in.
I mean, as much as I would love to do that, we would have to be like Heidi or Zeke level power to do that.
Just wait till 6.1.
Goodness, I wonder if we'll become Highliners Zodiac powered by the
Don't
newest
go there,
expansion.
Right? Exactly. I was like,
Hmm.
Don't
Get
go
Misty White
there.
Man. She could one set the dark.
Oh, I like that. Does Meteor do both foe and friendly damage?
Oh,
Yes, it kills everybody.
oh no.
I'm all for
No
that.
one survives.
Actually,
See,
it
now it just sounds more like a blue mage spell.
costs 100 MP, but you only have 99.
Sorry.
Another dance for Dancer. This is a given. They'll just get more dances until they dance themselves out.
Hey, if you don't want to dance, you're no friend of mine.
Dark
Say
disappoints
no.
again. This is my free space because I'm never wrong. I'll watch it. I'll get disappointed by what they showed tonight. I'll get to play Endwalker. I'll get disappointed then. Everyone wins.
This seems super subjective to me.
I've been disappointed for 3 years straight. Don't ruin this for me.
Sounds like Dark Knight already did.
White Mage gets
Yeah.
another DPS spell, so they have twice the reason to ignore you.
Yes, yes.
Give me that, please.
Give me all the murder.
Resistances are back. These are some things I wanted to put in to trigger some people.
You're a
You-
monster. Why would you put this here?
Foxclawn is on.
cruel and evil. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
just saying it's a test.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've been testing since last night.
Said they're gonna start up in about 45 minutes.
There it is.
Resistances are back. Return of the Bow Mage. Who wants this
Oh
back?
god, no.
No.
Why do you hate me?
Won't happen. Calling it.
Bow mage and gun mage.
Talent
I mean, I
points.
can't decide if your bingo card is extreme sadism or extreme masochism.
No, this is just him trolling us. This is the bingo card nobody wants. If anything on this gets picked, then we're all fucked.
Monk gets another greased lightning.
Please
What?
no.
I mean, right now, since it's a passive, it wouldn't actually really matter.
It's true. Dragoon gets
Oh, you
another
know,
jump. Let's
Messes
add more
with
jumps.
lineups and stuff.
Firefox brings a
Yes,
good
please. This.
point in chat that they want machinists to get an upgraded robot that looks like a Gundam. I want it to look like the G Warrior, just a mini G Warrior that fights for us.
Hey, you know,
Absolutely.
while they're figuring out the whole like Reaper avatar thing, maybe they could get a mech for the machinist to just get into.
I like it. Let's do that.
I want
let's-
another.
That sounds good to me.
Astro cards
another
rework.
rework.
We're gonna make the Astro cards reworked just like in Stormblood.
Hey,
Again?
that sounds great.
If they work like in Stormblood, then I'm down for it.
Yeah. As for Dragoon getting another jump, can we just get their old jump back?
Wait, you
Which
don't
one
mean
that-
slow one. You mean
You don't like high
No,
jump?
make Dragoon's pole jump again. Do the
Really?
dance.
Yeah, I want that
Yeah,
one.
the Ring of
Ring of
Thorns.
Thorns.
Oh, that's what you mean. I thought you meant regular ass jump.
You know the
Same.
ones that people would spam in Idleshire? That's the pole dance all around the
was
Aetheryte.
great.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
I did that a lot.
Please understand. So I have please look forward to it and please understand. The happy one and then the I'm sorry, but this is the way it is.
I'm sorry, but fuck you.
Mudra changes again.
With all due respect, fuck you.
This is
So,
the ninja. This is the ninja one.
I feel like
I'm
they
not-
would do this just to screw with people.
I'm not sure if Mudra will change, but I could swear that we're going to get a Huton Kasatsu mode because I think I saw that in the benchmark.
Hutan Kasatsu. Ooh, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
No, I think they're gonna change Mudras again and again and again. I actually
And
really
just
like
again.
I actually really like Stormblood Ninja in that it's the GCDs actually felt like they were like in between moves and skills, which kept my hands busy. Now it just feels like I'm running into walls whenever I'm doing my skills.
Yeah,
Sorry
that's
about-
accurate.
Sorry about that. I'm trying to kill a mosquito.
One more fell cleave. Speaking of again and again,
Yeah. So
Yes.
Roxas says, how many fell cleaves is enough fell cleaves? One more than you can actually do.
There it
Red
is,
Mage gets two
fucking-
more elements because fire and
fucking
holy
bastard.
are not enough.
Give me a moment. If you hear murder sounds, I'm trying to kill a mosquito.
If you hear
Murder
murder
sounds?
sounds.
How tiny of a scream do you want us to hear? No, that's just Bonnie hiccuping. Anyways, tenacity
Hey.
actually good. I would like to see this.
Yeah,
Escaped.
It would be
Fucking-
nice to see it actually do something.
Yes. Let's move on to the second bingo. Neela, Bonnie.
Yeah.
It's a joint.
It is.
Indeed.
single card. Nice.
I was like, I don't think I can come up with 24 things, and Bonnie was like, I'm not sure I can either.
Yeah.
It's a Nastian Prime card.
It
Yeah.
really is. It really freaking is. The number of them that we already were like already thinking in common, it really is.
Well, I'm not
Would you
gonna
like to
narrate
begin?
this one. You guys do.
I need more caffeine for this.
That is
Charlene
needs
Green
Irish
is on the
coffee.
stream.
Caffeine.
Neela or Bonnie.
Well, I'll begin with the first one. Even though I hadn't thought of it, it makes a lot of sense. Astrologian keeps Nocturnal Sect because lore. It definitely is a thing, as I recall, in the quest. So they'd have to either rework the quests or just be like, here it is. It just does a different thing now, maybe.
Yeah, I'm personally thinking that either they'll turn it into a trait like what they did with Sword Oath, or they'll just straight up keep it as a stance that you toggle, but change the effect. Because it would be kind of weird from what I remember of the Astro Quest if they just removed Nocturnal Sect.
I do recall there being something. I seem to recall being like told, all right, switch to this and do this thing. Or whatever. It's been a little while. Maybe I should go back through it. But it would certainly be weird because they do a lot of it's actually one of the things I thought was really cool about Astrologian. I'm kind of sad that it's becoming less of a thing because they talked about like this balance between the solar the solar or astral sect and the lunar nocturnal sect. And it sort of seemed like a little nod toward the balance between light and dark, and I was like, that's cool. So I don't really want it to go away.
Yeah, same, especially since our level 80 skill was neutral sect, which
Indeed.
also ties even more into that theme.
With your character as the solar system and all these little or as the sun in the solar system.
Yep.
Little
I
hint
should have
for you.
I should have raised my eyebrow at that so much earlier than I
Hindsight, I'm like,
did.
oh.
Launch trailer is one that I think is kind of a stretch, but still possible. They've been hyping up the live letter a little bit more than they usually do. And they keep telling people, oh, if you can't stay for the whole thing, at least try to catch the beginning. Which, I mean, it could just be the job action trailer. But I'm also thinking either today or at Tokyo Game Show, we might get a launch trailer.
You are so hopeful.
I know. I can be positive sometimes.
Squints.
Yeah,
We're very
I
proud of you.
think this is definitely a stretch because it's so far out still. But I do think we're gonna get a new trailer of some kind aside from the job action trailer.
Yeah, the hints they were dropping during the test stream yesterday and then today on Twitter from both Silken and Ishikawa-san, I'm just like, what are y'all up to? What are you about to do to us?
Did you guys want to touch on that? There were
Oh,
two
we
tweets,
could.
right?
I mean, they are both promoting the hell out of this live letter, which is not something they usually do.
Yeah, so during the test stream yesterday, we'll start with that. I'm paraphrasing here, but essentially they said, for the Japanese players, we know that the PLL is going to be in the morning for you, and that you might not be able to watch the entire thing, but please try to at least catch the beginning of it so that you can get the most out of it. Which was really weird to me.
Front-loaded excitement.
Yeah. And then where's the channel with the Twitter in it? So Soken posted today, a couple hours ago, you should watch today's producer letter live. And then Ishikawa-san posted in Japanese earlier today. I need to get Google Translate up. If I can even find my browser. Because let's see.
Didn't she say something?
Paraphrasing
Check on it.
because Japanese translation through Google that PLL will start tomorrow at 11 a.m. I'm still working on the angry waves, which is, referencing the typhoon that they're having. And then, so she thinks she's sick, but she'd be happy if you could see it within a reasonable range. And then, quote unquote, I wonder what will happen with job adjustment. So, shitty Google Translate, but still, again, the same theme of wanting people to tune in for the PLL.
It is certainly something I have entertained at the least.
Curious, most curious.
What the fuck?
Then music hurts us, so I forget where they said it, but they recently confirmed that we would be hearing some of the new music for Endwalker during this PLL, and I'm just expecting pain.
I expect that we're gonna hear some like leitmotifs and like little melodies or flourishes from other songs at probably
if
very
we
key moments.
What if we finally get Endwalker's lyrics?
I will perish and
No, we're not going to get the
it
lyrics to
won't
like
be until
6.1.
drop, but
Yeah.
no, they did it. Didn't they give us the Shadowbringers ones after like at 5.0 drop?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's
Shadowbringers
the
ones
start.
were when the servers were down
Yeah.
for maintenance to
I
apply.
remember
Shadow
opening it
Bringers.
up and being like, I'm gonna read through these, and then I didn't, and then I got through the story and I looked back at them, I'm like, I'm kind of glad I didn't read through them because holy cow!
Same, big same. Then glowy figure info tease.
Who could it be?
The expected to be Vena figure. I don't know if they're gonna do any confirmation or something, but I do think it's distinctly probable that they'll at least tease a little something, hint a little something, if not actually be like, oh yes, and I'll look forward to Vena, or maybe it won't be Vena, but it probably is. But I hope it's not.
You say Vena or Vena?
Vena.
Finonat.
Venya, if
Continue.
you prefer. It's not Venat, incidentally. We did hear it pronounced in the cutscene, and the T is not pronounced.
It's
Yeah,
French.
it's pronounced. It's pronounced like in Final Fantasy 12. It's Vena.
Vena is a heretic.
Continue.
So summoner all trances.
May I have a random question? Because I'm
Sure.
here trying to write shit in Photoshop. Is misjudgment actually an English word, or I'm just making shit up?
No,
No,
it's a word.
It is misjudgment when you
Misjudgment.
fail to judge
You
something
incorrectly
When you judge
properly.
incorrectly.
Okay,
Misjudgment.
thank you.
So
Thank
summoner
you.
all
That was hard.
trances. I think that we're going to see a big overhaul to summoner. I mean, it obviously kind of needs it at this point because they're having so many problems with summoner. But I think basically just all the eggies are going to be trances now, and you're going to cycle through them in
I
order.
welcome
That's kind of what they said they wanted to do with them, but that would kind of mess with the summoner job quests.
You know, they can trade it, honestly. Like, you know.
I mean,
like,
they can do like an upgrade afterwards. So it's like,
Yeah,
okay,
like they could just swap out or like they could keep it the carbuncles while you're a arcanist, and then when you switch over to summoner, just trade them basically.
Or have a carbuncle trans.
Yeah, and then have them functionally similar to Demi Bahamut and Phoenix.
it would be a very serious redesign, but it's totally doable.
No Viera gameplay, really?
I don't think he's gonna play Vera. I think he's gonna stick to his Taro. God, 11.
It's okay.
His fucking Lalafell.
why do you hate Zepla?
I want to see Vera gameplay so bad, but I don't think they're gonna do it. I don't think they're gonna show us the
If he
anything
comes
other than
on-
what we've already seen.
If he comes on a Viera, I'm gonna be like, I need you to do every emote in sequence right now. Thank you.
Exactly. I need to know all of the fucking emotes and idle
Mhm.
stances. Idle stances are very important to me.
Huh, okay. Job action trailer.
That might as well be a free
Pretty
space.
straightforward.
Yep.
Instead, she has please
I don't
look
believe
forward
it's
to
been
it.
confirmed, but it is
I
fairly-
mean,
Yeah.
we're gonna get
They,
it.
yeah, they didn't confirm it, but they did say that they're going to go over job actions and stuff. And they also said that they were going to go over whatchamacallit, media tour stuff.
Did you say Meteor Tour?
Probably.
Wow.
Healer DPS
This-
combo.
Yep.
I want cleric stance back.
Me too. Like, I'm probably still not going to be maining healer in Endwalker. Probably, maybe, possibly. Don't know yet. But I'm kind of expecting them to give us a healer DPS combo or something other than just spamming one button repeatedly.
Something like using one skill will have either a chance to proc another one or will cause another one to become more effective for whatever reason, maybe.
Yeah. I would love a fucking combo, especially on Astro, just because I can see like that being really visually interesting with the stars and galaxies and whatever. They could do some really cool stuff with that.
Mhm.
I'm expecting
More Bosja content.
Yeah, I'm expecting them to say that there's going to be like another hot fix or something to nerf part of the grind for Relic. Either for Relic or for the mount that people have to do the duels for.
I'm guessing they're gonna up the drop rate on the notes.
Yeah, that would make sense too. This one's a little bit of a stretch. reference to Tales from the Twilight.
So he's probably going to tell people why they're only releasing 5 for this one. And honestly, I would love to do an episode just to dive into these because they're so interesting.
Yeah,
I mean, they
same.
always are, but this particular batch is just really, really interesting.
Coming right before the expansion release like this, they've got some. It's hard not to take it as a barometer, you know. And they were seeing a little bit of like backstory for our city-state leaders and stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of backstory that we just haven't gotten for characters before. I was really surprised. I wasn't expecting any short stories, obviously, but then when we started getting short stories, I was just like, what the heck are these going to be? Like, what is this
I was
series going to
expecting
entail?
Also,
I was
the moon, not the red moon, not the lesser moon, the moon.
The moon.
Yeah.
The most recent one. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
won't spoil
beat
it.
it.
Yeah. Anyway,
More
And
sus
more
Hades.
sus hate uses.
more narration by oh my god, I forgot his name.
Renee Zagger.
Renee Zagger.
Hades?
Yes, Renee Zagger. Thank you.
Yeah. And like it ties into one of the other bingo slots too, the Reaper / Death shirts.
Yeah.
There's just so much. And then like yesterday on the stream that they did the testing on, Aimee was wearing the Hades t-shirt under a different hoodie. I'm just like, you know, they've been peppering so many hints towards Hades.
I'll be
It's
here
a
if you need
lot.
me.
It's not a hint
It's not
anymore.
coincidence.
It's
It
not.
hasn't been a hint in a long while.
It is
Yeah,
not.
they're subtle as a jackhammer.
Hence a dreamer identity.
Yes.
That's when I'm expecting not necessarily that they're going to reveal the dreamer. I doubt that's going to be the case, but I think we'll get a little more tease, a little more hint, a little something, you know.
I don't know. I think they're going to keep that one close to the chest.
That's why
Yoshi
some of
P
the-
does
Unless
love
it's
his
Hades.
cheeky offhanded comments though.
Again, look at the hands. Well, that's Anima. It's not necessarily the dreamer, but
Yeah.
we'll see. There does seem to be at least a link between the two if they aren't the same. Suspicious or familiar designs used in Reaper attacks. I tried to look very closely at them in the little video they showed us, and it's just hard to tell, but you know, we've got some Sorcerer of Eld like perspectives and the whole, you know, Reaper coming from Garlemald. There could be a link there.
More wing symbolism.
Ah, yes. The Unsundered have all been framed with wings at different points in the game. And I think either our character or our glowy figure, and quite possibly both, will end up with a little bit of that treatment.
And the expanded Labyrinthos music.
They started it in the middle in that video we got. I
Yep.
expect more. Certainly we're going to be getting some kind of music, but I think we might get a little listen on why that was cut off, why they started it partway through. I think
Oh, imagine if the job action trailer is in Labyrinthos.
Oh god.
When I looked at the Shadowbringers one, it did seem to be in different areas. Like one would be here, and then one would be here, and then one would be here. Spiral motifs, I think, is fairly straightforward. Not just oh, there's going to be a picture of Charlian, but like here's a little thing and some little detail with a spiral. Here's something completely unrelated and a little detail with a spiral. That's what I expect.
Skeleton Reaper t-shirt again.
Yeah, obviously the Reaper ones did seem to be leading up to the release of Reaper, but I still think there may be like you know, the death symbolism that ties in with Hades as a t-shirt that we might see. We'll see. More
Yeah,
stat
because
squish.
speaking of the
yeah.
Skeleton Reaper shirt part real quick, I was watching their little test a little bit ago to see if Yoshi P popped on, just to see if he had like any shirt of note. And I didn't see him pop on the stream at all. So I'm just like, grr.
He's hiding.
Yeah.
It means he's probably definitely got something up his on his shirt. He
Stat
doesn't wear it up his sleeve.
squish.
I mean, the stat squish info it was pretty self-explanatory. We know the stat squish is coming. We don't know all that much about it. This is probably an ideal time for them to tell us a good bit more. Silken crashes the party.
Another given.
Shows up. Okay, if you say so. I was telling Bonnie, I was like, I don't think I've ever actually watched a job action live letter before, so it's kind of it's new and exciting for me in a way. Encyclopedia Eorzea V3 is another one that's fairly self-explanatory. A lot of people have been praying, and at some point we're gonna create a primal. I'm just saying.
I would fucking die.
I mean, I just
and
buy
if
it
it's
immediately.
yeah, if it's purple and it goes into
I will
like all the
scream.
ancient history, done. I will buy like 5 of those things.
I'm
5
expecting more of a tease
Charlene
at this point.
propaganda.
I'm not giving any to any of you.
Wait 2
I'm
years and sell it on eBay.
I'm expecting more of a tease at this point, and it's coming thing, but who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, Koji Fox has been very quiet lately, which is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You got to watch out for the quiet ones.
It's true. They might be working on Encyclopedia Eorzea 3.
Half and out art, render in Sage attire.
Didn't we already get this on a Twitter post?
Did we?
I believe we did.
I saw a render I saw art of the Sage, but I don't think Alphina was in it.
We got one,
Could
yeah.
be wrong. Only in the
I
trailer
linked
that I
it
remember.
for Meowth, and she went nuts.
Yeah, we have
see,
gotten a full Sage render with Alphino. We've already gotten this.
I just think it's very weird that he didn't do any kind of job transformation stuff in the 5.x lead up. I think
So-
that's
Yeah.
very interesting.
I want to say they cut it short because we still have that voice clip that wasn't in 5.5.
Destroy them all. It's still my
Right.
status. I set that
Right.
as my status, and I was like, well, I'll take it
Yeah.
off when he says it. He hasn't said it yet.
I think they bumped a lot of that into 6.0.
Should be
They just
interesting.
front loaded the transition.
Music
Quite
theme
possible.
trailer.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we normally get a music video thingy before the expansion drops. Shadowbringers is, as far as I'm aware, the only one that they didn't do one beforehand. They waited, which we all
They
kind
didn't
of
do one
kind of
for
agree on.
Shadowbringers.
They did not.
They only
Tomorrow-
did this
tomorrow?
for Uematsu. Yeah. They did it after Shadowbringers came out, but they
Well, yeah, that was my point. Like, they did do one for Shadowbringers, but it was super delayed. And previously, the trailers came out before the expansion.
yes.
But it'd be interesting to see if they potentially give us one at the start again.
Indeed. It's on the bingo board.
I don't know. What does chat think about some of these?
Chat thinks our bingo board is the best.
Yeah, they're not saying anything, so I guess I'd agree. Okay.
Silence is assent. Wait, no, it's not.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I said assent. Bro.
Enough.
Firefox 14X is now my favorite.
Same.
Your last bingo spot.
I think there's a
had
slight
mentioned-
delay, probably.
They mentioned before that there is going to be like differences to the Reaper avatar depending on what race your Warrior of Light is, the player is. I am hoping that we get to see them showcase that.
I can't wait to dive into the lore behind that.
Mhm.
Angry Farmers. The end.
You know,
It's true.
my immediate reaction is, oh, it's your soul from the 13th coming
Same.
as a void scent.
Same.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Moving on to Cobbs.
What do you mean moving on?
No.
I mean, we run out of time.
Go.
Yeah, we got a lot of
Go
these. All
nuts.
right. So we're running short on time. So my first square, the Pure Healer gets a new murder button. So this is going to be for White Mage getting another DPS button, hopefully tied to the Lily. So instead of just healing someone, you can murder something and then you can get a bigger murder. So I like that.
you.
New limited job, hopefully Beastmaster, but I don't know if that's going to be a thing. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I want Arrow 3 as well. I really want Arrow 3 back. If they give me back Arrow 3, I'd be very happy. Media tour information. This is pretty much a given since the media tour has already happened, but it was remote. Explanation of the Sage ability. So we've seen the Sage job trailer, but we haven't seen an in-depth description of what the abilities are and what they do. We also have the new Gold Saucer game that we have been teased with that we have heard nothing about. New zone names revealed. Hopefully, I'm really hoping we get a reveal for Zeal. If they call it Zeal, that's it. Game over. This is the best Square game ever made. Because that means we're going to tie directly into Chrono Trigger, and then the whole universe of Final Fantasy XIV is just going to be all kinds of cuckoo bonkers and amazing. Green scripts exist, so I'm also expecting some news about crafting. I know we've had blue scripts, red scripts, yellow scripts. Green scripts is really the only primary color left. And they've done white scripts as well. So I don't know if we're going to have green scripts or black scripts, but green scripts makes the most sense to me. Ironically enough, I put the job actions video exactly where the other one was. So that's kind of a free space, which I also took advantage of my free space in the center. But one of my favorite parts of this particular stream is when the translator mispronounces new ability names. And I'm really hoping we get some of that this time. I still remember, I think it was Ami, when they were introducing Enochian for Black Mage, she called it Eno Chain, like through a whole live letter. And I was like, what is Eno Chain? What kind of chain ability is this? And it was just a complete mispronunciation of the word, and I just thought it was hilarious.
Eno-chan from the chat.
Eno-chan, yeah, there we go. And so new island sanctuary, we have heard nothing about this since they showed us the one picture and told us we were going to get to hang out with our minions. So hopefully for Neela's sake, we'll get a Fandaniel minion and some information about the island sanctuary, where she can let her little Fandaniels run around and cause all kinds of havoc. I'm also hoping for new merchandise. Really hoping for a Encyclopedia Eorzea Volume 3 right here. That's what I really want, but I'm being a little more broad with it. And of course, please look forward to it. And one that I put for my wife, she saw that and she's like, "You're calling me out." And I said, yes, I am. Dark Knight will be ruined. So
you really hate Dark Knight.
I don't hate Dark Knight. I love Dark Knight, but whenever they change something, it ruins it. And Twitter will explode and say, "They're ruining my class. I hate these changes." And then they'll play the game and they'll be like, "This class is awesome." It happened, except in Stormblood with monks and white mage.
The cycle just repeats on and on.
Listen, my main DPS was Machinist in Heavensward, so
I'm sorry. I'm also expecting them to show the new cookbook on stream. I already pre-ordered it like back in July, and I'm waiting. We're gonna have like a cooking party whenever this cookbook comes in. I'm gonna make everything, because we did the same thing with the WoW cookbook and the Game of Thrones cookbook. We just had like a potluck party. And it was really good. It was a lot of good food in there, and I really want it. Bard gets a new song. So I didn't want to put that Bard gets another useless ability. So I put that they get a new song again. I mean, Peloton's not a useless ability.
Yes, it is.
But it is. I know it is.
We need Battle Swift song. I don't want any of this crap out of combat nonsense. Give me abilities.
You just want Foe's Requiem back.
I just want Foe Requiem back, okay?
Facts are spoken here. I'm hoping we get some dungeon name drops. I know they've given us a brief dungeon tour. I just really want some names, probably for the first 3 dungeons.
Please.
Yes, I want to know what the tower is called. It's probably going to be like the Tower of Thavnir or something, or Tower of Zot. I don't know.
I was thinking Tower of Zot.
We're gonna get Tower of Zot for sure.
You could even go like lean into the Arabic sound and flair for Thavnir and call it the Tower of That.
Thought, there you go. The Tower of Thoughts.
That's what it'd be called. Let's be real.
Juicy Tower of Thoughts. Xenos is at the top.
Oh my god.
Shut up.
Hey, it's in the benchmark.
I also want old Hypercharge back, but I'll let you continue. So
I want my Gauss rifle back.
That's gonna be a meme on this channel now. Tower of Thoughts.
Yes, Tower of Thought.
It's perfect because it's accurate for when we're being really thoughtful and coming up with cool ideas, and it's accurate for when we're
I
like
can't.
fanboying or
No, this is
fangirling.
just getting out of hand now.
Not thought like thinking, like THOT.
Why not both?
Crafting
It is too early in the
streamline.
morning for some people.
Yeah, crafting streamline. This is my way of saying they're going to ruin crafting. So we've already seen a lot of the crafting abilities pruned down. Our cross-class crafting abilities taken away. And crafting has been simplified, but I'm really glad they added the expert recipes, which just kind of confuses everything and makes crafting a lot of fun. Yeah, crafting's already ruined. I wouldn't go as far to say that it's ruined. I would say it's very much more simplified and not as strategic as it used to be. It's
so-
more, yeah.
A quick question: are we going to watch the PLL here or in each one independently in the?
Oh no,
full
we're gonna watch it
campaign?
here. We're gonna
We're
watch it
watching
right
it
here.
here.
received any notice about not being allowed to, so we are.
They actually specifically said on Twitter that restream was encouraged.
Hooray!
Okay.
So
They're
we
watching our
are
reactions.
blessed by Square Enix that we can go ahead with this.
Praise Zodiac.
Yes, I'm also hoping for some new zone previews. I know we've gotten the fly-throughs and all that. I want a little more information. I don't know if we're gonna get this, but I'm hoping.
Also, I pronounced Zodiac wrong, but it's almost 4 a.m. So
That's
please
fine.
forgive me.
Thank you for sticking this out. I know it's late for you. Data center travel. It's been promised. We haven't gotten it yet. Hopefully, we will get it with 6.0, if not sooner. Next, Black Mage gains new explosions.
Expert.
Yes, exactly. The Megamine class blowing things up. I'm really hoping that Black Mage gets Meltdown, which is the spell we've seen Ashtola cast twice, which is the big ball that forms in the air and then crashes down into the ground. We know they already have the animation for it. I'm really hoping that Black Mage gets that.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah. This one probably isn't going to happen because they've been testing so thoroughly technical difficulties. So I'm kind of going to write that off. I still remember that one live letter that started 2 hours late because they just could not figure out which cord was unplugged, and it was in San Francisco or something like that.
Yeah, that was right before Shadowbringers during
Yeah.
FanFest, I think.
That was that was
Yoshi
bad.
P. I was actually watching that. Yoshi P looks so fucking done.
He was
so
really mad.
mad.
Now that you say that, and I look at the number of testing streams they tested last night, they just now tested. I'm like, they have something big they're dropping because there's no other reason they'd be so intent on
Yes.
making absolutely sure.
So usually, I don't know when the media tour embargo is going to be lifted, but when it does, we're going to get a deluge of information for this, though, because we didn't get to see like a location for the media tour, and there's usually a live stream or a live letter from the media tour site. I still remember the Stormblood one where they did it in Germany in like this Asian-ish town that was really cool to watch. But we probably won't get that because they're doing it out of the office this time. So I'm guessing that we're going to get more info instead of that. I'm also expecting Koji Fox to troll us in some way, just because it's Koji Fox.
Yeah.
I know. I know we've had the fly through in Charlan of in the benchmark. I'm really hoping we kind of get a walkthrough of the city, similar to how we got one for the other hub cities, like Kugane and not Ishgard. We did not get one for Ishgard. They were keeping that one very close to the chest. But for Kugane specifically is the one that I'm thinking of. And new gear previews. So we've seen some of the new artifact armor sets. I want to see the new crafting gear. I want to see some of the new artifact gear that they haven't shown yet. So that's my bingo.
Can we have a flyover Garlemald?
Yes, I want to see Garlemald.
Same.
Do you want to be shot out of the sky is the question you should be asking.
Yes.
They're pretty
Yes.
much gone, you know. So
I
it
was gonna
shouldn't be
say, you
that.
say you want to be shot out of the sky. I seem to recall ships falling out of the sky on fire in the trailer, so something whack was going on.
So that's why we got to go there underground.
It's the light of judgment. Just saying.
I'm actually wondering if we're gonna get Sith lightning anymore in the city.
Sith lightning.
Yeah.
I mean,
The Stormblood cityscape during the map.
Something I'm really curious about is how much of the zones that they're going to show, because sometimes we get to see like a fly through of all but like the final zone,
Hmm.
Right.
and we haven't really gotten anything.
We haven't really gotten any. We never really usually get much on the final zone, but I'm guessing the final zone, if it's not Zeal, is going to be completely unannounced because they did not say anything about Tempest at all.
Yeah.
We're going to the core of the moon as the final zone.
Saying anything about the Tempest would have been massive spoilers.
Yeah.
I can't blame them.
There are spoilers you want to hint at, and then there's spoilers you don't want to hint at all, and you want it to be like a surprise. And this is the latter kind.
Which is
Yeah,
why I'm still so
and
confused by the loading screen art for the Tempest.
floating, yeah.
It would make sense if they changed it, but yeah, I don't know how the technical limitations of that.
Go ahead, Meow.
No, it's like now that you mention it, if they actually showed us, they said the name was spoilerish, but they still showed us the floating area. So I'm like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm very suspicious about that.
Yeah, like that's why I'm so confused about our lack of zone information.
I swear to God, if it's named Utopia.
Might be. Yeah.
Fuck.
if it's named Giro Vegan, I'm going to lose it.
Well, yeah, same, because that Gary Vegan would be another big.
Yeah. It's like, didn't they say something when they showed the art of it that they couldn't or
I do
wouldn't tell us the name?
I vaguely recall that.
Granted,
They-
like they still
they-
hide the name and give us a fly
They
through.
mentioned something being similar in colors to Ilmek, but that's all. That's it. And just it was just some mention about the colors they used, but that could mean a number of things.
And like they could technically show us some of Mare Lamentorum too, because somehow that zone isn't a spoiler. So
We went through it a lot actually in that one little video. It's actually interesting to me because we don't know of any creatures that are like the first Fae on the source. Obviously, some strong parallels have been drawn between the Sylphs and the Pixies, but that's just it's more than circumstantial, but it's less than guaranteed, I guess. Whereas we don't have anything like the Numo, the Amaro. Where do all those things live? Were they something else? Like, it's sort of weird.
I do suspect that the color palette thing was a tease and not just a pass by, hey, we use the same colors kind of comment. So
Well,
it's possible
didn't
there's
he
some Fae presence there.
didn't he pull some kind of like, I wonder why that is for the
Yeah, it's
color
that
palette?
the standard
Seemed to
troll.
recall that.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't think
but-
it's as direct as indicating that there's going to be Fae of some kind there. I
Yeah.
think it's more likely an abundance of ether kind of thing. Because if you look at Ilmeg, those gigantic crystals that are everywhere that are multicolored, and Urianger was in Ilmeg so that he could make white aurosite there because there's so much ambient ether there.
Not just
My
that,
mouse
actually. It's not just that. Actually, the Amaro employed the resonance of this crystal. This is one of the side quests. Amaro employed the resonance of these crystals to call other potential Amaro who have awakened to the gift of speaking.
Wow.
The resonance
Yeah.
of the crystal, you say?
My mouse disappeared.
Indeed.
My mouse icon disappeared. No way to remedy that.
I mean, you haven't
Right
done the
click.
side
Just
quest.
right click. Anywhere.
Nope.
It's
Like-
possible you have the cursor hidden on that scene, but that shouldn't impact whether you can see it.
Yeah, that.
No, sorry. There's a break.
You could hit the Windows key and see if it'll pop down there.
I fucking live in a third story. Where the fuck is a cricket house?
Nope.
Your computer may hate you.
What if you exit full screen on your browser by hitting escape?
I see your cursor. I don't see the actual cursor, I see where your mouse is.
Can I use this for technical difficulties?
Right?
I mean,
was
you didn't
thinking
specify, it just said technical difficulties.
I was thinking the same. It's like, well, it
Well, we
seems
may have
like
a problem if I can't find it.
You could reseat your
Yeah.
mouse, maybe. Give that a try.
True.
Sorry, guys. Sorry for the issue.
We're professionals.
Computers are haunted.
Facts. The machine spirits. Sometimes they don't cooperate.
It's actually
Now
a
we need to get Ayumi a PC tower that's a moon. Moon's haunted, boys.
Nope. Didn't do it.
Yeah, there is new art. You guys want to check it out?
Yes.
I haven't.
I don't
seen that.
have a mouse.
Give me a minute.
Makes
I'm
things
googling.
difficult.
For fuck's sake, sorry.
For what?
Yeah, no.
So
I
wait, if they
just-
are... Sorry,
I
go ahead.
just yawned very loudly.
So if they already had a render of AlphaNo, but now they've made art of AlphaNo, does that count for our bingo?
Yes, it's an art rendering.
I
I'm
am
looking at
I
it. I'm
I
looking
am
at it.
interested.
I think that counts, Bonnie.
It does count. That's Sage.
Woo! I am interested. What's this? Where?
The YouTube for... I linked it in the chat on the Lorelines account.
Way to chase people away.
We'll be using it. Please come back. But in service of our viewers. That's the link.
So, do you have a function key on your keyboard, Ayumi?
Alfie!
I do not.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
You mean
So,
like
did
the
you
Windows
recently
key?
hit F3, F5, F9, or F11?
I hit F11, yes.
Hit Windows key and F11.
Didn't work.
Okay. So what I'm seeing on Google is that hitting combinations of the function key and F3, F5, F9, or F11 can cause your cursor to disappear. Ba, ba, ba. I mean, you could try the Windows key plus
Back.
any of those.
Got it. It's back.
Google
Right,
our
back.
savior.
For some, I had to keep pressing it, I guess.
1 minute.
Hype, 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 hype.
Time to switch
Because
to,
if that happened, I couldn't switch the browser audio, and we
time to
wouldn't
switch
get sound.
push to talk off so that when I flail but forget to hit the key, you'll know it.
That's
Right?
So we'll
What's
switch
up,
screens
Eventide?
here in a second. There we go.
All right, everything's full
No.
screened. We should be good.
And now you get to know why I use push to talk as I cough and clear my throat.
I do a lot of that, so I just constantly have my mouse cursor over mute on my second monitor.
You just
Half
use push to
dead,
talk.
so they'll have to shock me hard if they want me to react.
Hiding
So,
chat
like,
for this.
CGI Amarot, and we'll be fine. We'll definitely react.
And hiding overlay for this.
And that's
Yep,
why. That's why. Is it Ayumi that's running it or Foul?
Ayumi
That's
is-
why they have their mouse over the mute me and Bonnie buttons.
We behave. Kind of.
It's a good one.
The anticipation is killing me.
I know. It gets me every time.
I'll leave you flowers.
Can you hear this through the OBS?
Oh my god.
Oh wait, yes you can you?
Here we go. Oh,
Yeah,
oh, it's so pretty.
it is.
What?
Ayumi,
Yeah,
I'm
the stream isn't
seeing-
working.
Yeah, just refresh that. It might be
Yeah.
paused. Just reload the page. Yeah, there you go. There it is.
Ooh.
That's pretty.
That's really great.
But it's really pretty and very like chill, eerie music.
So, Moon.
Very pretty.
Moon.
皆さんおはようございます。
おはようご
Good
ざい
morning
ます
everyone. 第66回ファイナルファンタジー14プロデューサーレターライブのお時間です。Thank you very much for tuning in and welcome to the Final Fantasy 14 letter from the producer live number 66. 皆さんにご挨拶お願いします。
Thank you for watching. My name is Naoki Yoshida, producer
able
and
to turn the
director
browser
of
up a bit?
Final Fantasy 14. 皆さんおはようございます。Final Fantasy 14プロデューサー兼ディレクターの吉田です。よろしくお願いします。
Never mind. Never
はい、
Ah,
mind.
そして今日はゲストにあゆみさんがいらっしゃいます。あゆみさんお願いします。
Hi. Hello, my name is Aimi. I'll be helping with translation support for today's broadcast. 今回の通訳サポートを務めさせていただきます。徳竹あゆみです。よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
And lastly, my name is Toshio Morochi, also known as a Fox Clone. You're a global community producer here. 信号を務めますコミュニティチームモルボルことモルボルです。
That
よろ
shirt
しくお願いいた
says
します
off.
That says
The
Perfect
waving
Alexander.
hand.
ということで、まず最初に
いや、まあ、
Perfect
ちょっ
Alex.
と
I like that
した
shirt.
のはさ
Wow.
まあ、僕がギリギリまでタバコに使って
That
るのも悪い
is
んだけ
Naoki
ど、
Yoshida's shirt. Is that click off?
オープニング画面をね、
Yeah.
い
Kinda
か
looks like
に
it.
うまく見せるかっていうのを
Hmm.
ギリギリまで使ったんですいませんでした。はい。
So we started just a little bit late to this time. Of course, Yoshida had to step out to smoke a cigarette, but that's beside the point. We were trying to show off that opening sequence there on that screen, and we wanted to time it just right. And we were struggling until the very last minute there, so apologies.
いや、では
You're not the only one struggling.
ケンケンガクガクやっておりました。無事できてよかった。いや、グッドでしょ。
That counts. Technical difficulties.
Hey.
結構調整実は大変で、
Totally counts.
まあ巨大なものをこ
うん
う動かすんだけど、14って可変フレームレートなの
I'm gonna
で、
turn down YouTube's
ちょ
audio.
っとやっぱり微妙にその描画精度でちょっと落ちたりずれたりとかして、うまい速度に合わせるのが結構難航して、サウンドに渡すのもフィックス渡すのも結構
You still hear it
遅くなったんでご迷惑をおかけしました。
Chat, can you hear the audio through a
Thank
stream
you
pretty
so
well
much.
for
It was
Yoshida
quite a
and
struggle,
Foxconn?
A big undertaking to make the different adjustments. When we're trying to move large objects on screen, of course, with the fluctuating frame rate, it is a very
Can you hear us? Can you hear
challenging,
them? Can you hear
element
anyone?
to kind of render, and depending on
Do you
the
hear
quality
what
of the
I
rendering,
hear?
it's quite difficult to get the timing just right. So we did struggle on that. I'm afraid it did delay us in handing over the animation over to the sound.
はい。で、今日はなんですけど、今日の PLL はちょっと特殊な回なので、まず最初に今日がなんでどういう段取りなのかをちょっと説明させていただきます。
はい。
So this letter live is kind of special one. So let me explain what is the setup for today. まず、今日は通訳、あゆみさんに通訳に入っていただいて、日本語と英語のバイリンガル放送で、行います。So first and foremost, this letter live is the bilingual in both Japanese and English. So we have あゆみさん here and she can help translating your citizen's speech. And then during the letter live, how it works is Yoshida-san basically speaks in Japanese, and then Ayumi-san translate his comments into English. So まず吉田さんが原則日本語で、もろもろ説明していきます。で、それを、あゆみさんが、随時訳していってくれるというスタイルで進みます。で、私ですけれども、毎回これも言うんですけど、私は自分で訳していくんですが、今日何部か構成なんですけど、最後の最後のお知らせコーナーが来るまで、私からは重要なことは申しません。ので、あれ今モルボルなんか通訳し忘れてるじゃん。
FoxCon's English has gotten really good.
Yeah, it has.
Whisper says that the volume of the 14 stream needs to go up.
Quinting and at the fucking Alexander shirt, I'm like, are we getting Alexander for summoner?
By myself. But if you notice,
Is that better?
if I mistranslating something, but just leave it because nothing important information is coming from my mouth anyway. So until very end at the announcement section, I'm just nodding and then saying, wow, is all my job is. So just leave it. And then today's Letter Lab has 3 major sections. The first part is all about the new jobs, job changes, adjustments, followed by the battle-related updates. And then we are going to have some other updates. So there are 3 major sections for today. 今日は大きく3部構成になっておりまして、最初は皆さんお待ちかねジョブ関連、全部お待ちかねなんですけど、最初はジョブ関連調整のお話をします。続いてバトル関連、PVE ですけども、バトル関連の調整のお話、そしてさらにその他のいくつかお知らせがありますので、そういう話をやっていって、賞味4時間ぐらいですかね。
わかんないな。今日私こちらにニコニコと、Twitch と YouTube とコメントが全部あるんで、大概こっちに行ってる場合コメント見てると思ってください。
So just to let you know, Yoshida-san has the monitors for Nico Nico, Twitch, and YouTube broadcasts, and he's following along with some of the comments. So don't mind him if he kind of drifts off to the side of the screen. He's just checking the comments.
Are they fucking playing Invincible?
Oh. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. Rude.
Looking at this direction to check your comments. はい、皆さんのコメント、私の方は画面こっちに。
So that counts as causing us emotional pain with music, right?
I mean, it does for me.
結構ね、見てるか吉田とかね、寝てるかとかね、書かれてるんですけどね。あと眠そうって結構ありますね。
We were seeing comments like, "Oh, Yoshida's actually looking at our comments. Oh, he looks kind of sleepy, and is he asleep, etc., etc."
寝てたらね、発売できない。
It looks like Bonnie normally.
You're not gonna be able to release it if you don't sleep.
How dare you be exhausted, developer? Sama.
I'm sorry, Yoshi, the only one sleepy today is me. It is 4 a.m.
たくさん遊んでいただいてるんで。
I don't want to hear it.
全部見るんですよ。
I've gotten up at 4 a.m. for you guys too.
その端からね、あ
'Cause
り
you're
とある
amazing.
ものを見てってるんで、寝てられないんですよ。
I mean, you understand how large FF14 is. You all play the game, and we have to check every single aspect of it, from not just the main parts of it, but even the nooks and crannies of the subquests as well. So there's no time for sleep.
なので、今日は今モルゴルが言ってくれたように、今日と次回の PLL で 6.0 ドーンとご紹介するんですけど、今日は主に PVE、それからバトル関係のシステム周りだったりとか、アップデートの、詳細というより、ジョブに関してはコンセプトをお伝えしていく回になってます。で、例えば PVP の新しいコンテンツとか、矢桜とかっていうのは、次回の PLL で特集するので、
They said the curse word.
Of course, as Foxconn just mentioned, we will be covering the different elements with this PLL, and we will have another follow-up immediately before the release of Endwalker, but we will be covering the different elements of the new expansion. So for this PLL, it's going to be primarily about the PvE items, the battle system updates, and the job changes. We won't delve too far into detail for each individual jobs, but we would like to go over the different concept that went into the different updates that we'll be making. Unfortunately, PvP and Disciples of the Land in Hand information will be next PLL, so I'm afraid we will not be covering it during today's broadcast, so apologies in advance.
There's another one.
であと特筆すべきなのは、やっぱりジョブのその例えば 6.0 の、例えばナイトがもうここがこうなってここがこうなりこのアクションがこうでこれの強さはこうですみたいなのは、まあ、当然ちょっと言ってたら終わんないっていうのもあるし明日からいよいよメディアツアーがスタートします、でメディアの皆さんには一足早くですね特定のエリアと、全部ジョブレベル90でプレイをしていただいてですねメディアの皆さんとかインフルエンサーの皆さんが、全世界一斉に情報解禁して、インプレッション上がると思うので、まあぜひそちらをですね詳細はね見ていただければなと思っております。はい。はい。
And of course, we also wanted to make note that with the different job updates, I'm afraid we won't go into detail, so we won't be like, oh, Paladin's going to do this and the action's going to be like that and potencies is this and this and that. Well, one thing, if we said everything, you would take forever for the broadcast. But we will be doing a media tour where we invite members of the media as well as influencers to get a glimpse of the new content, some of the new areas, and all of the jobs available at the upcoming level cap of level 90. So they will be creating information and content to share with you, and they will go live after an embargo lifts. So I hope that people will tune into that information.
まあ結構ね、今回メディアツアーで楽しみなのは海外の、インフルエンサーの方も結構お呼びしてるので、まあ、どっちかっていうとなんか久しぶりに MMO 談義ができそうでちょっと楽しみだなみたいなのもねいくつかあるんで、まあ、その辺をね気力にしながら頑張っていこうかなと思います。
And the one thing that I'm really excited about is that we do have a lot of Western influencers joining us this time for this media tour. And so I am so excited to talk MMO shop with them in my interviews. So that's going to be kind of like what I'm going to be looking forward to throughout this media event.
はい、でこのメディアツアーの、記事とかレビューとかはですね全世界一斉に10月中旬頃に公開される予定になっておりますのでそちらはぜひお待ちいただければと思います。So the review and the articles from the
middle of October
will be available
for the information to come out from the media tour.
So please look forward to it.
じゃあ早速始めていこうとは思うんですけど2点だけすいませんあと2つ確認させてください、まず1つ目今日お伝えしていく情報はやっぱりエンドウォーカー行月のフィナーレまだ開発中です。最後の最後本当にギリギリまでのバランス調整やってるので今日お伝えした内容が変わる可能性があるっていうのはまずご理解ください。
Or who brings shallow.
Before we jump into the main part of the show, we would like to bring up two additional points. First of which is, of course, we'll be talking about Endwalker today, but we are still making final adjustments. It is still in development, and so please understand that some of these elements are subject to change.
There's my please understand.
そしてですね、もう一つ大事なことなんです。確かに私疲れております。疲れているのは事実なんですが。怒ってるのとかそういうのはないです。顔がねそういう顔なんです。怒ってたりとかは決してしてないので真面目に話すと なぜかね怒ってるって言われるんでねそこはご理解をいただきたいのと、まあ、ちょっとやっぱ疲れは確かに疲れてるんで言い間違いとかちょっとどもったりとかする可能性があるんですけど、今日はちょっとすいませんご容赦いただけると助かります。はい、
Yes, FoxCon, keep giving us more KEKW faces.
I am tired. That is a fact. I'm sorry. And people have asked, Yoshida, are you angry? And I am not. I'm just. This is the way I look. This is my face. So whenever I'm talking about something serious, I apparently give off the impression that I'm angry. But please understand, I am not. I am tired, so I might. My speech might not
get some sleep.
I might stutter at times.
Right.
More than 4 hours.
いつもじゃんって書かれてる YouTube.
Yeah, that's a good disclaimer.
YouTube comments saying, but you're
It's a wonderful way to pass the time, you know.
いつも疲れてる。いや、言いますよ。tired.
さあじゃあ始めていきましょうか。まあ
He's got his
一応
pictures.
後ろ制限はないんでね。ゆっくりやるところはゆっくりやっていけたら。
We've got quite a stack there. Look at that.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Okay, I think we
Welcome
are
back.
ready to jump into the content
Yeah, let the
here.
memes commence.
I believe there isn't a strict sort of end time that we have to adhere to, so we're just gonna go into
So they
it,
don't
take our
have a
time,
hard end
and
time.
explain as needed.
I am excited.
はい。まず、まあもちろん大事なのはジョブ関連調整だと思いますの
Sorry,
で
moved it so we could see.
ここから行こうと思いますが、はい、まず、各ジョブとかロールとか行く前に、そう全ジョブに対する基本方針をざっと説明しちゃおうかなと思っております。
So of
We're
course,
turning this
we
entire
are
game
going to
from
be
an
discussing
MMO
about the
into
different
Devil
job
May Cry.
updates, and adjustments. But before we jump into
I'd be down
talking
for
about
that.
jobs or even roles, actually, I do want to cover something that
Get ready to
encompasses,
ruin your
all the
keyboards.
different jobs in general.
まず最初
Joke's on you, I play with a
ベースの
controller.
方針なんですけど、こちらはシャドーブリンガーズ 5.0 の、方針をそのまま引き継いでおります。
Shadowbringers, it's who brings
As a
shadow.
baseline,
It's actually it's actually Hades'
Building
theme.
upon what we
So-
have,
So they
adjusted
literally
in
started out with
Shadowbringers
both his
5.0.
themes. Okay, sure.
まあ
Sure.
You guys need to grab your tinfoil hats and just-
I mean, I was waiting to get that part, you know, because who brings shadow omits eternal wind. So I was waiting for that moment to hit and differentiate if it was Shadowbringers or who
we
brings
haven't
shadow.
incorporated any sort of brand new system tacked on there or made anything too complicated.
まあもちろんベーシックのコンセプトはまあ5.0を引き継いでってるんですけど、まあ新しいアクションっていうのは当然たくさんありますし、変わってるところっていうのも各ジョブね、それぞれ大小ではありますけど結構あるので、まあその辺の方針は今日お伝えしていこうかなと思ってます。
And of course, with the basic thought being building upon Shadowbringers 5.0, of course, there are new elements that
So
are
this
added,
counts for both hurting
leading
us
up
with
to
music
Endwalker
and sus Hades
different
references,
elements that might
right?
change,
I don't
may
know,
it
I'm
be
not in
small or
pain.
big. So we would
Well,
like
I
to
was
I don't
with,
feel anything.
the
Invincible.
directions that we've taken for these different updates.
でこう一部ねちょっと複雑にしてほしいなと。
はいはいはい。
3.x シリーズ
I only feel Jason Charles Miller trying to serenade me.
ちらほら見るんですけど、やらないですよ。以前やって大変なことになったんで。ジョブの扱いは難しいわ、コンテンツは難しいわになってしまって、やっぱりちょっとやりづらいと思うんで、今が一番安定してるかなと思うので、この方針を、継続していく予定です。
And of course, there are a small group of you that desire for that complexity of what we've done in the 3.x series. But I'm afraid we won't go in that direction. It's quite a struggle because not only does the job actions become complicated, the content themselves make it kind of compoundedly worse. So I think we are at a good sort of stable place post Shadowbringers. So I think we would like to continue in that direction.
まあもちろんね、個人個人ね、3.0時代が良かった、4.0時代が良かった、いやいや今がいいんだっていうご意見あると思うんですけど、まあ全体をずっと長くね、法廷見てきた自分に関して、まあやっぱ5.0の方針が一番多くの人にフィットするだろうということをね、判断させていただいております。
And of course, I'm sure
Bonnie, you are the
have
monster.
different tastes. Some people might say, "Oh, I love the 3.0 series."
You are what
4.0
you drink?
series, or,
Yes, I'm going to say
etc.,
this
but,
every week.
I think looking at it from a general sort of perspective and from Yoshida's point of view, looking at 14 throughout these years, we do feel that 5.0 seems to fit as many people as possible. So apologies, but this is kind of the direction we're taking.
さあそしてもう一個全ジョブに共通して主に攻撃に関わるところなんですけど、主要な攻撃に関わるような、シナジーとかも含めたアビリティのリキャストっていうのをおおむね60秒120秒の間隔に、各ジョブ寄せてます。
And another thing that encompasses all of the jobs is regarding their attacks and some of the primary abilities and their recast timing. I think we've kind of equalized it to kind of lean towards that 60 second or 120 seconds.
まあ このあたりはですね、高難易度コンテンツをや
Here
る
it
ときにこう
starts.
バースト薬を飲み、
I can
こう
already
各
I can already
ジョブ
feel
アビリティ
Twitch chat
展開
molding.
をしてこうバーストするぞみたいな時に、まあ、バーストがこう一定周期で合いやすいように合わせやすいようにもちろんそれだったりしてるんですけど、まあ要はあと各ジョブこう別のジョブをやった時にも、サイクルってテンポ感は揃ってくるかなと思うので、まあその辺を踏まえてこうしてあります。
And this kind of takes into play when you go into the high difficulty dungeons and raids, where you have that sort of burst timing that you can match with taking your different medicines and then doing your different cooldown abilities. And you have that sort of relatively similar cycle depending regardless of what job you would do. So even if you kind of go into your alt job, you'd still have that kind of similar tempo or that cycle that you can keep up with.
ただしですね、はい、最大の注意点でございます。こちら。
Of course, there is a caveat to that.
当然ですね、すべて押せ切るわけにもいかないので、全部が全部60と120になってるわけではございません。ここは忘れずにぜひご注意ください。そりゃそうだ。
But that being said, of course, we were not able to align everything. That's exactly 60 seconds or 120 seconds. So please understand that not all of the abilities might match up perfectly or exactly.
おい、車も60秒になってねえじゃねえかよって
That's
ね。
arrangement of the dungeon battle theme from Arvin Reborn.
Everything's
残念
ruined.
ながら90秒リキャスト
Yes, that's what it
ままなんです
means.
ね。
Cobron, we're dead.
It's like the
This
ley
game is
lines. Oh
done.
no, it's not 60 seconds. No,
That's a
still
new
remains to be 90
arrangement of...
seconds.
Anyways.
Apologies.
悲しみに
Literally unplayable.
そう
So
か
it's a black mage.
捨て
It's
おかれ
really
たか
sad. They've neglected me. I'm not aligned to your timings.
Basically, more dilution.
ね、主力アクションがその
No,
寄せて
I'm
く対象
I'm
に入
thinking
って
it'll
な
be a
か
little
った
bit
って
better.
いう
But
It's kind of unfortunate.
see.
The main job of the producer of the game missed out on having his timings of his ability. One of the main abilities kind of aligned to that kind of cycle.
公平にね、公平に取り扱われてる。
フェアですよ。
そう
そういう意味
The
だとフェアです
battle team treat every
Freeze.
job fairly.
Really much.
みんながバンボンやってる間にその30秒後に次の魔物を私開いたりしてあいつ一人で何やってんだみたいな空気が調整中にも
なるほど。
ございました。
So like everybody else is doing their abilities and their nice cycled timing, and then 30 seconds later I come in with my ley lines and everybody's kind of getting weird. Like,
Okay.
what is he doing? Off timing.
ではですね、この全ジョブに共通するまあベースは 5.0 をそのまま準拠してますよ。で、いろんな主力の攻撃に関わるようなアクション、
The dungeon from Arvin Reborn battle theme, normal battle theme
結構変わるものってあるんですね。まあ、それを頭の中にまず入れた状態で、見ていただきたいものがあるので、皆さん頭の中に入ってます？大丈夫ですか？
So again, our base concept is kind of building upon that 5.0 Shadowbringers, and then a lot of the primary abilities have
Are you writing
been
these down?
aligned to kind of fall in
No,
place
no.
between 60 or
I am now.
120 second cast timing. So with that
Why
in
not?
mind, there will be abilities that kind of change in accordance to those updates. So if you could keep that in mind, and there's something that I want to watch, I want you to watch as you think about that.
So are you ready? 皆さん大丈夫ですか？
では約20分ありますので、
はい。
私もコメントはしません。
Job action video?
ぜひですね、ゆっくりご
あ、いいや
覧いただければと思って。
Are they going to do it then?
So we will be looking at a 20-minute footage. None of us here will be making any
20
comments,
minutes?
So if you could
That's all the
20
job.
minutes.
the footage, and then he has more to say.
さあ、それでは、
Yeah, they did say
20
20 minutes, didn't they?
のジョブアクショントレーラーとなって
Oh, that's so
おり
pretty.
ます。
Holy Christ!
Oh god, that's so
This is
pretty.
6.0 job action trailer.
どうぞ。
Sound effects are gonna be on point too. That's right. Start with my
Just
baby.
Starting on Twitch.
Hey, the thing is different. There's stuff beside the eye. I don't know what that is.
What a
Huh,
wasted
any
limit break.
resource?
Ooh,
It was-
so shiny.
What was the flower?
Interesting. So last time they had it in
Fourth,
Ilmeneg,
okay.
and that's not very far into the game.
So my theory might be right.
That was pretty.
That's a
Damn.
continuation. Okay.
Yeah, I think the moon's going to be very early.
That was right and thrust.
I
Okay.
agree.
I really like the red and blue dragon swirly.
Ooh, I like that
Yep.
a lot.
Ooh, that smacks to me of balance.
Here's
I'm not gonna
Gogol,
lie.
Mistron, Stardiver.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Great.
Follow on.
Oh, the blue and red dragons was cool.
It's badass.
Warrior.
There we go. Oh,
Ah, blowing your load early. I see.
Warrior has fire wisps. What the hell? And then they got extended, I think, by skill.
Drop your axe. Just start punching.
No, don't be ridiculous. Warrior doesn't punch with a headbutt.
Ooh!
Also, ooh, hello. Labyrinthos incoming for those who are watching.
Inner release. How many? 2,
3.
3.
You guys are way
Got
behind.
new
Wow.
claws.
Listen, I'm the one running the stream.
Red mage.
Red.
Oh yeah, labyrinthos.
Wow.
That's me and Bozja spamming.
That,
Really like these melee abilities.
do you see that?
Ooh! Ooh!
It gets better, don't worry.
Ooh.
People's graphics cards are gonna explode.
I'm so glad I just got a new computer.
Hell yeah, Bonnie.
Okay, it's called
Oh,
Arlene.
Garlemald.
What? Okay, Scholar's gonna be lit, guys.
So would this count as a new zone preview?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Hey, look at the cards in the distance. I'm not even looking at
Dark
Scholar because I don't
Knight,
play
come on,
Scholar and I don't
baby.
want to.
They're just cars.
Yeah, they're covered in snow.
I've refreshed the stream twice and I can't catch up to the newest slide. Like,
Did he just teleport?
Yeah.
I like
Ah,
how
yes.
it's
Time
to be
Knight.
disappointed.
its own video by itself.
Don, are you
Yes,
watching
have
on
a
Twitch
warrior
or
in there with it.
I'm watching on YouTube. YouTube's always.
Just like grain,
It's just there
slug,
to showcase the
blood
healing
weapon.
abilities, but it's cool, yeah.
salted earth. Soul Eater. Okay. Shadow Skin. Okay. The Blackest Night. And
Living Shadow.
Living Shadow.
Oh, wow, that's a different
Unleash.
ooh.
solar soul. That's
Look, it's a bunch of
different-
fucking nothing. Yup. It's the same as Shadowbringers.
But
Cross that off!
oh,
Free space!
dancer.
Oh, check out the background for a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
Tower. Hello. It still freaks me out that one's white and the others are red. The glow
Yeah,
on
same.
the-
Okay. Technical step. Wow. That's flourish.
Hey, that bow symbol's different, isn't it?
Why mess with perfection? It's already perfect.
What? Okay, so we have to
damn, these new dance
improvisation.
abilities are nice.
What? That's a new occurring waltz? Oh, machinist!
Alright, let's see what I'm maining next time.
Of course, Garba mode.
Good mage.
Alright.
Please have something new.
Oh!
Ooh.
Ooh!
Oh, yeah, not good.
Ooh.
Is that... Are those sauce or...
I don't know.
Oh,
that seems like an
autocross.
upgraded drill. Blast.
Oh my god, this music.
That was
I need this music directly into my veins.
Same.
Neat.
It's got the same jazz sound as the Amrat, Charlie, and stuff, so I'm most intrigued.
Yeah, this is the music that they played when they first previewed Sage.
Ah, that's right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Gunbreaker.
So this is probably a dungeon theme.
Highly likely, I agree.
Gunbreaker, aka not a tank
It
class,
has-
it's a DPS class.
Very shiny DPS class. That shield is cool.
I agree.
Ooh!
That can tank.
Yeah, look at it, look at it. I see it. Look.
Whoa.
Wow!
Oh, the colors
Oh,
are
Bard.
very normal for like plants.
I like the oil rig.
Oh!
Might as well just delete
There
Dark
we go,
Knight.
Bard. Let's see if they get a new useless ability.
This area!
Oh, where is this?
This is
Abilities
This is this area.
Yeah.
This is the place. Floating island.
Look at the stripe of
Museum.
gold on the
This is
stairs.
the
Waterfalls.
That's very good Amaranth. The stripe of gold. I'm telling you.
We're gonna be digging into this hard.
I'm not even looking at the bar, I'm looking at the place.
Yeah, same. Oh, my baby.
Ooh.
That was an AoE Apex.
Ooh!
I'm sorry, was there a bard in this?
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at the waterfall too.
Oh, the
That's
game.
cool.
Shiny song.
Are they reverting cards?
Astrologian.
Yay.
No foe
Also,
requiem.
the glow
Astro.
in the pit. Look at the pit in the background. Look at the glow
I
from it.
am.
Mm-hmm.
What is
We saw
that?
it in the picture, in the art, but we didn't see it in the
Yeah,
thing.
that
The glow.
glow.
That's spoopy. It's much
That's
more
darkness
reddish
glow.
than purple that it looked in the art.
Yeah.
But that's the one that we see when characters channel darkness.
Oh, what was that?
Pretty.
Oh!
Ooh. Ooh.
What the fuck?
Oh my
Star
god.
shower skill.
Yee.
Graphics. Geo, dude.
Accurate though. But no, I can't. I can't this star shower. I can't. I can't with this. Holy shit.
I said it months ago as a joke. I wasn't serious.
Alright.
I heard you.
Samurai.
This is all your fault, Bonnie. I can't believe it. Love the background here too.
Higanbana.
So pretty.
Gorgeous cliffs.
Okay, 10 card road. Okay.
Yeah, Roy Road is back.
That's a better use of the shield.
Yeah, much better.
Yeah. Yeah, the colors do look way better here.
Midori!
3.
Oh, that's sure, huh?
So there we go.
I guess. What the fuck?
Also,
This Zomigan.
this really reminds me
Oh,
of Lakeland in the
that's
forest.
That's
Yeah.
me, that's...
What is
Yay.
going on?
Here we go.
Midare and Midares.
The area again?
Beat the pony up.
Lakeland tree.
Oh, this tree.
Lakeland
We're on
tree.
course. This tree is the
The
same
Lakeland
one
tree.
in the Lakeland, in the Crystarium.
It's more branches spiraling up, but it's very similar.
The fuck were those skills?
Yeah.
What the fuck is
what?
that?
Oh, interesting.
Do we have totems now?
Wait,
Yeah,
you
can we
just
click it?
put it on the ground?
That's
like an
cool.
AoE. What the hell? That looks badass. I love that.
Do we have totems now?
Ooh.
Hey.
Oh.
Here we
So
go.
it's
There's the white
like
mage's.
Earthly Star.
There's the white mage's pet. It's a fucking flower. I love it.
Tenchi Jin. Okay. Okay.
I mean, I don't want to sound dismissive. I think it's awesome.
Nice.
It's entertaining as well.
No, that's not.
Mug.
I did see a new
Yeah.
burner button though, so I'm gonna hit that.
Ooh! Bunshin.
Bunshin, yeah.
Oh, that's so cool!
Yeah, that's cool.
Super sure.
Bunshin exists
Wow.
already. Oh, nice.
Ooh, that was fancy.
Raiton. Ooh, okay. I like that.
Oh, dude. Midori.
That's a nice
She,
camp.
don't you start.
Too bad. Too bad.
It just went
Okay,
full lightning. Alright,
explosive.
give me meltdown.
Oh,
Give me
new
meltdown.
resource on the Black Mage gauge. That's blue and red. And it's a quick skill.
Hey, blue and red. That sounds familiar from what?
It's glowy.
That's good, yeah.
And hey, I see two Enochian dots.
There's a glowy stash.
Someone's hat's in the way, but it's there. It's not blocking it. It's just slightly obscured.
Oh boy. Crossfire.
Oh!
Oh. That's a new
Oh,
Oh, fuck!
Good 5, maybe? Ooh, holy crap. That's all the elements. Oh boy.
We'll just literally cast Observant at them.
Bonnie, do
I
you
like
have
how
word?
it's ice and fire. Oh, there it is!
That was it. Yep. Oh,
Yeah,
this
definitely
is
leveling Black
changed.
Mage
Triple
as my first DPS in the expansion.
Oh.
What is this music?
I'm really wondering. It sounds very spooky. Intense.
Oh my
Black
god,
Mage
it
is
sounds
going to
so
be the
Tales
single
of
best
Symphonia.
DPS in the entire expansion, bar none.
Sage!
Sage time.
Look at their gauge.
It looks beast.
I'm guessing this is gonna be the Tower Dungeon music.
Wow.
If it is the Tower's music, then it's probably not going to be called the Tower of Zot.
Tower of Thought.
Laser healer.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
climb the
this is
Tower of
awesome.
Thought.
Wow.
All these spacey sounds.
Yeah, Sage looks pretty as hell.
Lots of
This
AoEs.
music, though.
Laser beam. Fire in my laser.
What? They are bits. Yeah. They are funnels.
Oh, they're totally bits.
Oh,
Loving the
God.
water tower in the background of Labyrinthos too.
Okay,
Brotherhood?
that was Brotherhood. What the fuck was that?
Ooh.
Are you seeing the gate?
Yeah, I do. It's chakras.
Wow!
That animation is amazing.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
a too,
Blink.
I promise.
The legit blink.
Tornado
Okay,
kick.
Summoner.
Summoner
How
got
about
so
the-
shiny.
Oh, hey, look at the gauge.
Yep, look at the gauge. I know, chat
Wow.
probably can't see it
Ooh,
yet.
pretty.
I haven't figured out how
So
to sync it up
Monk
yet.
is flashy.
Yeah, I keep trying to sync it. It's not working.
It's a carbon call?
Alright.
Look at the new gauge.
Yeah, look at that. Unlocking
free
Primals
gems.
one by one, it looks
Yeah,
like.
yeah,
That
yeah.
looks
Yeah, that's
oh my
that's
god,
just
oh my
Jason and
god.
Garuda.
Pretty.
God, I need to play Summoner, guys.
They're locked out now.
Oh yes! Finally! I need to play Summoner, that looks badass.
Oh my god. Fucking finally. Holy shit.
This is the shit I loved in like Final Fantasy X, where you're just like, come be my buddy and do the things that I say.
Oh wow. Okay, so they
Carbuncle
finally
times.
look like it.
Oh, yes.
That's good.
Oh my
I'm
god.
so happy.
This is fantastic.
They fixed it, everybody. Guys, they fixed it.
Summoners are living right now.
This is what
This is it.
summoners should have
Keep
been.
managing your trance.
Hey, they got there, which is cool.
Oh boy.
Oh, they're gonna get extended screen time.
Oh,
Honestly, I feel like Heaven and High was a preparation for this, bringing in the like.
Dude.
Okay.
Sort of prepped us for this.
wow.
So now they really are going to have a 2-hour rotation.
That's fine.
So,
Just
in
game,
addition to
right?
Reapers, there's going to be a lot more summoners.
Look, can we get a lore quest on how we unlock all this?
God,
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks so good!
Yeah, I'd ask. Oh my god.
Wait for
Oh my
Phoenix.
god, Hellfire.
it's good. I think I'm gonna. I mean, I leveled Summoner so I could do Summoner Scholar
God,
for the.
Summoner looks
But I'm gonna level Summoner because what the fuck?
Start leveling it now, yeah.
Oh my god, it's the base of Redacted.
Summoner looks incredible now.
Debunk me. The
What's
thing
that?
is very tall and a bomb.
Wow.
Reaper.
Yeah, Capolag is right. We're gonna need a setting to turn off the other summoner's pets.
Yes, please.
Oh, those are so
Bitty,
slick!
bitty. Oh god, that looks good.
What's that?
Reaches out and grabs that tower.
Oh yeah, they updated all
Void
this.
gates.
Hey, purple blob.
Void gate. They tore a hole in the rift.
Oh, that's sexy! Oh, that blink is sexy! Oh!
I'm glad
They must have done mocap for these animations. Holy
God, for
shit,
real.
they're so slick.
I was saying, I'm glad that Dream got some cool stuff because I'm already struggling with the. Well, it would be cool if I switched.
Great, they
Triple
can move.
time.
Wow.
I think they kind of took the red
Oh.
mage
Yeah.
dynamic and switched it around.
I was honestly hoping for that. I was hoping we'd get like a
Oh, no.
combination ranged
that?
melee with an emphasis on melee
Oh.
with a little bit of range.
Why is that mob type on the moon?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
chance
and what-
Look at
We
from
can
11!
see the side of the world. That's what that means. Look at that. You can see the planet.
Yup.
And also, what the heck is that thing?
That is from 11. I'm gonna have to find
Oh,
it.
man.
Oh, tell me more.
That's a really
Look, the
weird
is
shot.
in the background. Oh, oh my god, bigger
You can
sword.
see
Ooh.
Mercidia right there.
What?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I may have to paladin.
I mean, can't blame you. God, they all look really good, not gonna lie. I'm pretty excited.
Oh!
Sword.
Oh god, yes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm so glad I leveled Paladin.
Wow.
Oh,
my God.
yeah.
What? And he just the pose at the end, oh my god.
So, chat.
はい、ジョブアクション
It's
動画
looking hella
ご覧いただ
good.
きました。So now we watch the job
very
action
excited.
video.
まあまずはちょっと20分
Glad
ぐらい
they gave
It's a premiere, yeah, right?
I'm glad they gave me a
First of all, yeah,
totem,
it's a
but
20-minute
Summoner-
trial, so to speak. How did-
So, Meowth, how does it feel? What's it feel like to play a shaman?
So job action video is getting
Meowth, what's it feel like to play a shaman?
まあ
I never play a shaman in World of Warcraft.
でま
I was a
Too
druid.
bad, you're gonna play one now.
あ進化していきつつまあ主要リキャストが60、120に寄ってたりするのであれなんかローテーション随分間隔短くなったなみたいなのがあると思うんでまあそのあたりを順次ジョブごとにこれからご説明していこうかなと思っております。
はい
I know what I'm doing tomorrow,
Of course,
watching
as
reaction
mentioned
videos.
earlier, our basis
You
is,
too?
5.0 and building upon
Yeah, same, big
Shadowbringers,
same.
and so we've kind of evolved the different actions based on that. And with the primary abilities and the recast timing kind of being aligned towards either 60 seconds or 120, you might notice that the skill rotations and the intervals between them may
If
feel
the
a
video
little
is up,
shorter.
link it to Soldier.
So we'd like to go into the
Good
different
thinking.
jobs now.
He decided to
kind of
watch
explain some
the
of
PLL.
concepts
Don't
and
blame him.
ideas.
Mm-hmm.
まあコメントで多いのは
Can't fault him.
召喚師が
Yeah, I think
召喚
Summoner
師
is a
に
great step. Summoner's been kind of like
コメントが
struggling a
あ
bit.
の
You know, like this, that, the other, going back and forth. I think just
I feel like I
summon a
see a lot
badass
of
to do
comments
attacks for me
that
is a
are
good
saying,
direction.
"Oh, the
We'll see
summoner
how
is
it
now
we'll
a
see how it feels when
summoner."
it plays, but
We're
it looks
summoning.
gorgeous.
And that goes for both the Japanese and
Pyro
English
changed
So
his
this music
stream
is killing
name
me.
to Can't Watch because LL spoilers.
ポンかよって言ってたのがちょっと面白かったです。So are you now Ultimate Weapon? Or that was a funny comment I found.
まあ召喚だけ尺投げずるいっていうコメントもあったんですけどまあ見せないと全部わかんないかなと思って一応ね一通り全部載ってるはず召喚は。はい。
Of course, some of you may have noticed that the length that Summoner is being featured is a little longer than everybody else, and they were like, not fair. But I mean, it's quite a significant change, so we wanted to show off all that we can.
さあじゃあ皆さん頭の中にそれぞれご自身のメインジョブの映像ある程度頭に入ったと思うのでここからロールのお話で、それぞれのジョブのお話っていうので、続けて全ジョブお話ししていこうかなと思います。はい。
Okay, so now upon looking at the job action trailer and having that sort of mental image of your primary job and what actions that you saw, we'd like to dive in. We'll start from the different roles and then go into the different jobs.
さあまずはタンクからいきましょうか。パワーポイントお願いします。はい。
Okay, so jumping into the tanks.
Mount Gold music?
All right,
さあ
give me
で
it.
はタンク全体的なお話です。
Let me know how bad I am.
So tanks overall.
はい、まずいいですよ、出してもらって。はい、一部の防御バ
お
フに関してなんですけど、単にね、それを実行するだけじゃなくて、例えば敵のダメージの、直前に差し込むことによって、
Like
より
enhanced
ちょっとメリットを得られたりとか、他のアビリティと
mitigate
重ね
tank
て、
busters, basically.
Mitigate better. Okay, so tank buster mitigation means better overall?
防御バフを入れたりしてます。
Because this noggin has
So
memorized the
certain
tank names of tank busters many times over.
Sorry, the certain defensive buffs, that you cast. We wanted to, of course, add
Kill me.
some benefits to it. So not just simply like
Anthrax is on
protecting
the way.
yourself from, say, a tank buster or something like that, but we wanted to make it so that if you are using it in conjunction with different abilities and kind of using them in combination, it allows for greater benefits and sort of like a technical aspect to some of these defensive buffs.
なんかこれね、ジャストガードとかパリーとかやるんだけど、サーバークライアント型のゲームでね、さすがにそれは無謀なので、まあ、すごい効果の例えばですけど、効果の短い追加効果があるんで、なんかこう、敵の栄翔の半分ぐらいでもうとりあえず打っときゃいいやだと、まあ、なんていうの、一応軽減 10% とかは働くんですけど、その後に
Oh, that'd be
効果が
great.
無駄になるねみたいな感じなので、そこは効果を見て、うまく使ってもらえるといいなって感じです。はい。
Okay, so we're not talking about something very exact like a guard just at the right timing or like a parry. That's quite difficult for something that's a client-based MMORPG online. So it's more along the lines of some additional benefit for a short amount of time after utilizing certain abilities. So before you might be thinking, oh, okay, enemy is casting. I'll just go ahead and activate this ability when it's casting, and of course you'll still reap the benefit of, say, it's like a 10% damage mitigation, but there is a bit of a waste, and so by combining it with optimal like ability use, optimal times, you can reap even further benefits.
That's such a weird way to put it, though.
効果がね、それぞれちょっと異なる。自身もしくはパーティーメンバー1人に付与できる防御バフを各タンクジョブ持っているようになっているので、MT、ST の場合どっちでも役に立つんじゃないかなと思います。
And of course, these different effects do allow for different sort of effects that are being added to you. Some of these are a defense buff where it applies to yourself and a party member. So I think it does come in handy, regardless of you.
That's going to be interesting how they do that.
では次の項目なんですけど、これはねちょっと近接物理 DPS も共通なんですけど、今までウェポンスキルコンボ中にですね、例えばトマホークとか遠隔攻撃を途中に挟むとね、コンボが中断されてたんですけど、それをなくしました。素晴らしい。
Next item was, and this kind of applies to melee DPS as well, but whenever you are activating a weapon skill combo and you insert like a tomahawk for your warrior or something like that, like a ranged attack, that would kind of break your combo chain, but we've adjusted it
I
so
see what
that
they mean. I see.
the chain is not broken.
That's good.
まあ各アクションのそのアビリティのリキャストが60秒サイクルとかになっていくと、今まで
No more losing combo because you had to cast unmend.
ショートタイムタームになると思うんですよね。まあ、全体がの時間がこうなんだろう、回転数が上がるって言った方がいいのかな。それに合わせてこういうコンボが途切れなくなるので、結構なんていうの、攻撃してる感覚は結構強くなってるんじゃないかなと思う。
So with the different actions kind of being adjusted, so the recast timing leans closer to that 60-second intervals, your rotations will start to feel a little bit shorter in their terms. So I think it's best to explain it as the number of times that you are attacking and the different skills are being activated kind of goes up in your rotations, and plus with without those interruptions, it does give you that feeling of you are making an attack.
まあ例えばボス中心の攻撃があるので、一回大きく距離を取らなきゃいけないみたいな時に、やっぱりちょっとコンボが途切れるのを嫌がって遠隔を使わないみたいなねところがあったと思うんですけど、そこはグローバルクールダウンが無駄にならないのであれば使う局面っていうのもまあ出てくるだろうし、むしろねグローバルクールダウン中にあえて避けて即戻るみたいな方がいい時もあるし、まあそこら辺はタンクを使うプレイヤースキルが少しずつ差が出てくるんじゃないかなとは思います。はい。
And so, for example, say a boss kind of has this ranged, an AoE attack that starts from the boss and kind of goes outward, and everybody has to kind of disperse away from the boss. Some people don't want to break their weapon skill combo and include that sort of ranged attack. But with the sort of adjustment here,
they want to greed.
We don't have to worry about like wasting our cooldown time,
also music
cooldown
change.
time, or in some strategies, you might have to kind of decide when you deliberately need to time your GCD so that you can avoid some of those attacks. So I think this will kind of give
the Black Wolf
tank,
stuff again.
sort of strategy.
That's Gaius.
Yes.
Sorry, Emerald Weapon.
3
つ目なんですけど、これもですね、
This is one I just
タンクのみという
listen
よ
to
りは
sometimes.
物理攻撃をするジョブ全般に関わってくるんですけど、ちょっとちゃんとお伝えします。
I mean, I'm rather knowledgeable when it comes to recognizing tracks.
Yeah, me too.
But anybody who is making some kind of physical.
Oh, this seems so awesome.
ちょっとカメラにしますか。そうですね、生カメにしてもらっていいですか。
Wow, you sure showed that in life right away.
ファンタジー14のベースのバトル計算式っていうものの中に、まあ皆さんねレイドとかやっててもこの攻撃は物理か魔法かみたいなよくあると思うんですけど、まあ当然物理攻撃の計算式と魔法攻撃の計算式っていうのがそれぞれ一つずつね存在してます。はい。
So of course, with Final Fantasy XIV, we have this sort of calculations of the damage that is being dealt, and there's like a base or like a fundamental formula that is applied. And I'm sure those of you raiders know to discern if an attack is a physical attack or a magical attack. And each of these have their own sort of formula to calculate the damage that is being dealt.
これは新生14レルムリボーンを開発した時に、作ったものなんですけど、当時ねどういうふうにさらにバトルをアップデートしていくかっていうのがいろんな可能性が取れるようにするためにこの物理攻撃っていうベース基礎計算数字と、魔法 攻撃基礎計算値っていうのを、まあ、それぞれ設定してたんですね。別々に調整できるように。
はい、
で、こっちが魔法攻撃力だとすると、こっちが物理攻撃力。魔法の方がより複雑な計算をするかもしれないっていうので、こいつの値はちょっと高かったんですね。物理計算式のベースになってる値より。
And so, with
英語はあなた。
Final Fantasy 14, Final Fantasy 14 being, oh, sorry.
どうぞお願いします。
When Final Fantasy 14 was being relaunched as A Realm Reborn, we tried to make sure that the programming is it allows for future updates in the battles, and we try to leave the different possibilities open. So the fundamental sort of physical damage calculations were set up so that we have two separate formulas going on. So we have the magic damage attack calculation, and then we got the physical attacks. And when we were initially thinking about these two separate ones so that we can adjust them separately, the team did determine that with the magic attacks, it does tend to be a bit more complicated in the different calculations. So the base, like the fundamental value, is set just a little bit higher than the physical base fundamental numbers.
で、まあレベル80になってもこの差っていうのは縮まらない基礎値だったので、で、もう今後バランスをきれいに揃えていくためにこのベースに使ってた物理攻撃計算式の基礎値を魔法と同じ値まで引き上げました。完全に同じ数字になるようにしました。はい。
And so, with the characters now leveling up to level 80,
mentally refrains
this
on commenting the gesture that
fundamental number did
Yoshida-san
not
makes
change
there.
as we raised the
I haven't
values.
seen
And
that.
so
It's
with
coming
this
right up.
update,
Don't worry
in
about
order
it.
for us to make sure these are balanced, sorry, left, right, we kind of pulled up the physical base numbers so that it matches the magical damage attack.
で、じゃあそれをやるとどうなるかっていうと、まあ物理攻撃が全体的に強くなるんですね。その計算の元に使ってる数字が上がるので、掛け算すると当然その数字でかくなると思うので、今まで使ってたそのベースが高くなった分、各アクションの威力ってところに書かれてる数字が総じて下がってます。
あ、なるほどね。
うん。バランスをちょうど揃えるために威力の数字が落ちてます、全部。はい。
So what that means is that with the base numbers being equalized, the physical attacks would naturally become stronger by default, because of course the fundamental number has been raised to match so that both of these are balanced. But that being said, we needed to calculate down so that the potency that is listed out as a number goes down.
なぜこの説明をこんな丁寧にね、吉田猫可愛いなみたいな、そんなつもりでやってんじゃないんだよ。なんでこんな丁寧にやってるかというと、この後メディア
friend who made summoner just sent me this.
さんからスキルの多分スクリーンショットとか出ると思うんですよ。その時にあれも弱体化されてる、これも弱体化されてる、あの数字も下がった、この数字も下がった、吉田は何近接に何か恨みでもあんのかみたいになるのを避けたいんですよ。なので全体の基礎計算式が上がってるんで、その分掛け算したら高くなりすぎちゃうんで、数字は全部一律下げてるんで、そこはご了承くださいねっていう。はい。
People are saying Yoshida looks like a cat, but that's beside the point. So with the adjustment of the fundamental numbers going up, of course we have to adjust the potency numbers so that even if it's raised, it stays the same. So the numbers themselves look like they're low. So I wanted to bring this up because now that we're going into the media tour and we're going to have members of the media and influencers kind of play the game and see the potency, and they would take photos or screen captures of the game screen, and people might wonder, oh my gosh, have they nerfed some of these potencies? Oh no, this one has gone down too. What happened to all of these physical melee attacks? What the heck? But just please understand the potency is noted as like a lower number, but that's only because our fundamental physical numbers have gone up, and it's to make it even out. So if it's across the board, you might notice that difference.
はい、という説明でした。これはまあタンクだけではなく物理攻撃を行う、例えば近接命令 DPS もそうだし、遠隔命令 DPS もそうです。同じことが起きるので、それはそれぞれの項目でもまた軽くは触れますけど、ご承知おきください。
Oh my goodness.
Of course, again, this is not just for the tanks, but anybody who is dealing physical attacks. So that means
You're never too old to be a
melee,
nyan.
like close range DPS, as well as ranged.
Now we know what his
physical
Halloween
DPS
costume needs to be.
Will be affected by these numbers.
なんか俺をヨシニャンって呼ぶのはやめろ。
Stop calling me Yoshinyan.
48歳のおじさんにそれはないだろう。
I'm 48 years old. Please don't call me cat.
あ、そうか。声だけだとね、機嫌悪いのってなるんで、確かに。まあ大丈夫です。ジョークなんで。はい。
And then people start to comment, oh, Yoshida sounds angry. No, don't worry, I'm not angry. I'm just joking.
はい。
Final Fantasy VIII flashbacks. What is going on?
1ジョブ目ナイト行きましょうか。はい。
Okay, moving on to the Paladin.
はい、じゃあ1行目どうぞ。まあ、リクエストカットの、効果をね、残り MP 量気にせず使えるように、まあ、調整したりとか、さらに、さっきね、動画でもご覧いただいたと思います。コンフィティオールから
Ooh! 3 attack combos starting with Confiteor will be added.
Yeah, that's what I figured that was at the end of the trailer.
It did look like it. It was glory.
追加あるんですけど、まあ、代表的なところだけ。はい。
So of course, as you
Yay,
know,
sword confetti.
I'm sorry, you see on the screen, Requies's Cat will now be equally effective regardless of remaining MP, and then a 3 attack combo starting with Confiteor will be added. You may have seen in the job action trailer earlier, but yeah, there's this really neat sort of combo that happens after you launch Confiteor. So yeah, those are some of the major updates. Of course, there are other multiple different adjustments that were made to the tank, but those are the main ones that we want to pick up here.
まあ、ナイトはいわゆる正当進化で、まあ、何かがめちゃくちゃ変わるっていうことはない感じです。で、基本ローテーションはただちょっとあまりにも脳死にならないように、少し工夫というか考える余地みたいなのを今回入れてあります。
So with Paladin, it's just a straight evolution, kind of keeping in the trend with Shadowbringers going into Endwalker. So it's not a drastic difference per se, but of course we don't want y'all to be brain dead as you're doing your rotation. So there are some aspects that will require some strategy, require some thinking.
Did she say brain dead?
I think it's really interesting they still call Paladin Knight in Japanese.
Yeah.
And the gap closer, intervene, has been adjusted as well. There's an additional 5 yalms you can move forward, so it's a total of 20 yalms you'll jump in.
さあ、では続いて戦士いきましょう。はい。
Okay, next up is the warrior.
まず一つ目。
Thank fuck.
選手はですね、まあ範囲攻撃のローテーションをやるにも一定間隔でまあブレハをやらなきゃいけなかったんですけど、今回範囲コンボだけでもそもそも
Yeah, someone's already made that.
付与の維持もできるので、なんか相互
They're quick with it.
範囲から単体みたいなところが割とスムーズになってます。
And then, so with this one, the first point, damage up effects can now be triggered and extended by AoE combos. So I'm sure as you're playing Warrior, at one point you'd always have to insert Storm's Eye into it in order to kind of sustain. But we have made it so that it can be triggered and extended even if you're doing your AoE combos. So I think it's a smooth, it causes for smoother transitions if you want to do like a single target rotation into like an AoE rotation and back and forth.
先ほど動画でももうすでにお気づきの方がいると思うんですけど、2つ目、オンスロートとアップヒーバルからビーストゲージ消費がなくなってます。
And then the second point, and you may have noticed this from the job action trailer, but Onslaught and Upheaval will no longer drain the beast gauge.
Thank you! Well, I'm not playing warrior, but one of my elves is a
さら
warrior.
に、まあ、現象の解放の実行後に発動できる新しいアクションが追加されています。
And then there is a new action that will be available upon execution of inner release.
あと大きいのはですね、原初の解放のリキャストが、
Is it
60
extra
秒
fell
に
cleave?
なってます。まあその分だけ
Fellas
回転数が上がるので、効果回数は3回になってます。まあヒットは、
Totally.
上が
Fellas
るん
to
で
cleave.
だるさは減るだろうなと思います。
And note with the inner release, the recast time for that will be adjusted to 60 seconds. So
Well.
you will have the effects for 3 times. And so I think that will kind of allow for like
Fell
the
cleaving.
frequency to be more often. So it kind of reduces that sort of dragging or lagging feeling.
あとはですね、オンスロート、さっきね、ビーストゲージ消費なくなったって言いましたけど、さらにオンスロートのチャージが3なので、でかつ新
I
ア
like
ク
it.
ションがあれ結構遠距離からも打てるんで、実は機動力かなり高いです。
And then we mentioned about how Onslaught will not drain the beast gauge. We are also adjusting that to have a total charge of 3. And then with the new action that stems from it, it does allow for a lot of mobility.
あとは原初のタケリも今回パワーアップさせてあるので ST 性能も上がってます。
And then the Gensho no Takeri was I want to say nascent chaos. No, that's not it. ごめんなさい。I'm
いい
sorry.
よ、チェックしてから。
はい、チェックしてください。大丈夫ですよ。アクション名は難しいんですよ。
ごめんなさい、Gensho no.
ね、日本語と英語全く違いますからね。
No, Nathan K.
原初のタケリ。
Flash and glint.
So
今。
sorry, guys. It is nascent flash. Sorry about that. Nascent flash will allow for it. So if you're off tanking, it will also help you there.
はい。という感じでございます。あゆみさん大丈夫？
Oh.
進めて。
Hmm.
It is.
はい。では続いて暗黒騎士いきましょう。
Oh, Dark Knight.
Moving on to the Dark Knight.
まず一つ目、ソルトアースの設置位置がですね、結構めんどくさかったグラウンドターゲット自分の足元に設置して、さらにその設置位置
Oh, that's gonna take some getting used to.
Yeah, that's gonna take
You know
a lot
what?
of getting used
I had
to.
mouse
So
over
with,
macro for a couple years
Dark Knight,
anyway.
Salted
I know
Earth will
it's
now
not like
affect the
optimal, but
area
Yeah,
that's
but
what
you
they're
know,
doing
you
here.
know, Fal, for some bosses I do have that too. I have that for Asylum, but for some bosses who are too far away, it doesn't work.
Yeah,
and it's
true.
like,
See, I'm used to
You-
actually setting
Now
it
it's
and pre-setting it
consecrate
up.
instead of death and decay.
And you can technically make a mouse over at macro that'll default to
Even
casting
Yoshida
under you
had
if
to,
you're out
like,
of
set up a
range,
macro
but
so that we can
eh.
place the Salted Earth.
I currently have
So
it macroed
it
to
seems a
go
little
at my
Let's
turn.
either-
so we have
let's
made
hear what they have to
adjustments
say.
there.
で、続いて、まあ、プレイヤーが新しいアクション、習得するので、英雄の英神もその新アクションを使うようになりますよ。
素晴らしい。
And so the
That
second
part I
point
don't care
was
about.
your simulacrum will also gain a new action when you acquire one of the new job abilities. So your living shadow is going to learn new actions as well.
まあ、暗黒は今綺麗に結構ローテ回せてるんで、極端になんか変わるってところはないんですけど、
Lakeland
ただブラッドデリリアム
at
の
night
リキャストが、こちらも60
God
秒
damn it, why do they-
3回まで
I was expecting it. I was expecting to be disappointed, and yet I'm somehow just.
And so I think with the Dark Knight, the rotations are pretty clean and straightforward. But one of the other changes that are being applied is Delirium. Recast time will be adjusted to 60 seconds, and that would be also affected up to 3 times. So again, I think frequency will go up again.
Oh
あと
my
はブラック
god.
カットの、射程範囲も20メートルに
They can't fix this class to save their
で、あ
lives.
とは新技でブラックナイトとは別に単体ターゲットの防御バフも追加されてます。
And so with plunge, again, that is also going to extend its range another 5 yalms, so a total of 20 yalms. And then there will be a new
There is nothing wrong with
action
plunge to begin
that's
with.
added separately from the Black Knight, would be a single target defense buff.
はい、暗黒騎士はこんなところで、
Kill me.
続いてガンブレイカー行きましょう。
Breaker.
I think that's it for the Dark Knight. So moving on to Gunbreaker.
はい、ま
Oh,
ず
kill
一つ
me.
目、サベッジクロー、ビケットタロン、いわゆる
Q! Thank
ロイ
you!
ルコンボ、こちらがですね
My
ホットバー上でリーファン
My
から
fucking
使われるようになってる
hotbar,
ので、これ楽に
Yeah, that's what I've been sitting here
なるんじゃないかなと思い
thinking
ます。
too. Like, they're gonna have to condense some of it.
So the first point says Savage Claw and Wicked Talon will now swap
Better
in
than
for
letting skill
Gnashing
creep get out of
Fang
control.
on the hotbar, reducing the number
Yeah.
of inputs. But basically, your cartridge combo that starts off with Gnashing Fang will be like a one button.
I would like them
combo
to do that
where,
with all combos,
it
condense
will
it to
kind
one
of,
button like it is in PvP,
replace
just
the,
because
Savage Claw and Wicked
space.
Talon
Yeah.
will swap in its place.
Yeah,
to the
I
combo.
fear it will come. It will come to that
よくわかんな
eventually.
いっていう人にとって詳しく言うと、まあ、ビー
Well,
トパン
fear
を
is
使
a
う
kind of
と
a
2
strong
段目の
word.
サベッジクローにアクションがもう自動的に置き換わるので、そのまま同じアクション実行すると、サベッジクローで、3段目の
Sakitana Ravel.
タロンが、
Yeah.
発動できるようになると自動的にそれも置き換わるっていうことで、ホットバーがかなり節約できる。
Are you really writing down what's playing?
So just to
I missed a few of
explain
them.
it further, basically, you like we mentioned, it's going to be a one button
Nice. I like this
sort of
change.
combo that's triggered when you start off with Gnashing Fang,
It's
and then
button
in that
sharing.
same slot you'll have Savage Claw, and then once you've triggered that, you move on to Wicked Talon. So I think it'll definitely save space on your hotbar.
まあその間に挟む追撃アクションはね、これまで通りコンティニュエーションからの自動置き換えなので、まあそこは継続されています。
And then for any sort of actions that are inserted in between, it will continue to be continue to be continued. So we'll be able to use.
さあ、次。ファーストストライクの後にコンティニュエーションで、追撃可能になってます。
And then the second point clearly states continuation will be able to be used following burst strike.
そして、動画でも出てましたね、特性によりソイルが最大3スタックに、増加しております。
Blue DPS, come on.
And then, of course, you may have noticed this in the trailer as well. A trait will raise the maximum number of cartridges to 3.
ラフディワイドの
So it's basically now like past machinist.
And then Rough Divide, of course, has been adjusted to match the other gap closers in the tanks as well.
でやっぱりこれガンブレーカーはやっぱソイルの最大スタック数の追加っていうのがかなり大きくて、より結構戦略的になってるかなと、そのボスのタイムラインに合わせて開幕から全部使い切っていくのか、ちょっと抑え
Alright,
めに
everyone,
始める
enjoy
のかっていう
watching
と
the
こ
live
ろは
letter. I
結構
got a
ポイ
drop,
ントか
got
な
a
って思ってます
a certain ultima weapon to murder, but y'all
And then
have a
with
good one.
the cartridges
fun.
and the
Thanks for hanging out
maximum
with us.
stacks
Good luck.
Has been raised. I think that definitely adds an element of strategy. So you might want to decide if you want to go in full on and use up your different cartridges during the timeline, earlier in the timeline, or do you want to kind of save it for later, etc.
Damn, they're gonna make me wait for the Astro info? How dare they?
Okay, so I think that covers all of the tanks.
さあでは続いて、ロール、メレー DPS、近接物理 DPS いきましょうか。
The ninja headpiece in that
Is
art
the
looks so
melee
good.
DPS.
Yeah.
じ
Some of the
ゃあま
one.
ずメレー
That's the one I have in my
共通
glamour.
の変更点
I'm
からです
still pouring one out over my
一つ目
dead class.
編成の効果
I'm
内
sorry.
容がちょっ
Pick a
と
new
変わ
main.
ります。
But grieve
So
as needed.
first is something that applies to all melee DPS, but the effect for
Oh.
feint is going to change.
レイドでです
So
ね
now it's
はい
actually
停電
useful.
の打ち合わせなどをユーザーさんとタンクさんとしておりますとですね、まあ私車だからなんですけど、近接さんがですね
It's like an emergency adult.
牽制はオートアタックの痛いところに置いときますねみたいな感じにちょっとなっていたので、
Oh, there's a bunny boy as a
So
reaper
with this
there.
feint, and this is probably applicable to a lot of people into raids. And Yoshida, being a black mage, he would discuss beforehand with the DPS and tanks and healers to kind of talk about, okay, so when are we going to place this? And they're like, oh, feint. Maybe we'll place it where auto attack hurts the most. So we are going to adjust that.
まあでも実際うまい本当
Give me back
レベルの
Stormblood,
人
Dark
っ
Knight.
て実際には超大技の後に来
Would be
る
an easy fix for
オートア
sure.
タック
But they
実は
didn't give
め
me
ちゃく
full
ちゃ痛
requiem
くて
either.
タンクも防御バフ張った後なんで実は AA で落ちるがあるんですよ。なんでそこにね牽制結構効くんですよ。効くんですけど、まあ、今回、まあ、あまりにもなので、牽制の中に魔法ダメージ減少っていう効果も少しつけました。ただ当然効果量、魔法ダメージ軽減の効果量は
What do you mean pick a new main
キャ
also?
スターが持ってる軽減の方が大きくはなるんですけど、無駄っていうことはなくなり
Oh,
ま
I
す。
just mean
はい
2 expansions of grief.
So I mean, to be fair, with some of these bosses,
I still play Ninja.
you know, sometimes the auto attack that follows after the sort of tank buster or the large damage.
Oh, you could have marked that
hurts a
down
lot,
before.
and it's immediately after the tank has already used up their defense buff. So sometimes it does come in really handy to place
was dependent
things
on
right after one of
reactions.
those really large attacks. So we will.
My
there
bingo
will be
card
an
should have given it
additional
away.
effect of mitigating magic damage. Of course, that being said, the proper protection that you want to have against magic damage is addle that some of the casters would have, but just in case, I think that's a handy
I still
sort
call
of
it virus out of
benefit
habit.
to it.
Salted
But
Earth,
how much of
or
a
like salted Ayumi.
続いてですね、これさっきタンクでもお話ししましたね。命令 DPS もそうですが、
Salted Caramel
遠隔攻撃を
I'm
した際
muting
に
all of
今ま
you.
でコンボ中断されてたんですけど、こちらも
We
中
did
断
that.
されないようになりますので、ご確認ください。
And then second point is similar to what we had discussed during the tank rolls, but the combos are not broken by ranged attacks that are inserted in between.
はいはい。そしてもう一個も先ほどご説明しました、武器の物理基本性能の値というのを上げてますので、全体的に攻撃力が上がった分、威力という数字に関してはその上がった分だけ落としているので、ナーフしてるわけではなくて、計算式が変わったので、今までと違いますよというのをご承知おきください。
And then third point is also, as we mentioned during the tank roll section, but again, with the adjustment of the fundamental damage attack calculation for physical attacks, we did have to adjust the potency so that it appears that the potency number might seem smaller, but it is still the same strength. We have not nerfed it. We just wanted to match it with the sort of
The bakery down the
adjustment
street
of the
is
fundamental calculation value.
I'm getting the smell of freshly baked bread.
はい。では、序文のお話に。
I'm hungry, but I don't want to AFK because I might miss something.
よろしいでしょうか。
I'm not
Okay,
hungry
Flo-
yet. All I taste is
Moving
salt.
on to the different elements in this roll.
Floor tank.
まずは。
Time to make some Ayumi jerky.
But you're not a white mage.
First is
And
the
I never want to
druid.
be.
はい、まあ、竜騎士もね、かなり、
Yeah, I saw, I think there was a continuation of
Yes.
Doom
Yeah,
Spike.
there was a fourth after Kurthan Tournament.
Like a big ass
think,
Doom Spike.
these
I was
also
like,
have
wow.
a fairly clean and straightforward sort of rotation that you can utilize, but we've kind of expanded upon the AOE rotation.
That's the Eerie.
このスキルのコンボローテーションをきれいに成功させていくと実行可能になる新しいアクション。これまあすげえ派手なやつが、多分
That's the Aries theme. What? That's Heaven's Word.
It is the eerie music.
And then for the second point, a new action will be available. upon
Well, they're
successful
talking about-
selection of weapons
Yeah, I
or
was going to say
combo
that.
execution. It is quite flashy. You may have noticed something really cool going on in the video, but
でですね、まあ新技追加され
That
た
just
り、
makes it
まあ
obvious
随
that
分
the
時間が
music
経って
choice is
古くな
very
った技の
intentional.
ア
Yes,
クション
absolutely
の
agree.
上位版が登場して置き換え
Bonnie,
になったり
write
しま
them
す
down.
なのでボタンがねまた増えるわみたいなのは
Working on it.
はい
so with this one, of course, there are just new actions that are being added with the new level cap. And then with some of the existing actions, and of course, throughout the years, we've kind of upgraded some of these existing actions to become like a higher version of certain actions. And we've just kind of swapped them in place of the base skill. So it's not like we're going to be adding like additional like button presses or like additional slots you'd have to fill.
で青の流血は、今回特性に移動しましてですね、アクショ
Oh,
ンと
that's
して
really
実行した
nice.
り、維持する必要はなくなりました。
And then Blood of the Dragon will now become a trait. And so there will
Oh,
no longer
shit.
be a need to execute it as an action or to maintain it.
で発動
Bless!
それが
Praise
発動時点だ
Soldier!
った技は全て通常時に使用可能ということで調整されております。
So for any actions that required for the Blood of the Dragon to be activated will be available at all times because Blood of the Dragon will be.
Thank you.
であとはですね、スパインダイブが2チャージになっているので、まあちょっとね、移動に使いづらかったと思うんですけど、まあ移動用に1チャージ残しておけるようになって、溢れなければね、ロスすることはないので、1チャージ残しておけるようになってます。
And then Spine Shatter Dive is going to be changed to 2 charges.
Oh.
And some of you might have experienced like, oh, I wish I could have used Spine Shatter to kind of move over. But now you'll have that 1 extra charge that you can probably save.
All classes
so
get gap
unless you
closers
kind of,
checked.
Like, wasted. But as long as you have it.
Dragoon kind of already had it, but they're
で
proper.
ランスチャー
I
ジがリ
mean,
キャスト
they're
60
kind
秒
of properly
リタニーは120秒となっております
not giving like an
And Lance
insane
charge,
cooldown.
Recast will be changed.
He's talking
to
about
60
Lance charge
seconds,
now.
And Blood Litany recast will be 120 seconds.
I'll be back in a moment.
So 2-minute burst because trick attack will be up for every
That should be it
battle
for
litany.
Dragoon.
さて続いて文句なんですけど、文句がすいませんまたでかく調整というか
Time for the shonen heroes to come out of hiding.
まず
Alright, time for
シップ
Stormblood
陣雷
music.
っていうその遊びが
They
なくなって
changed
し
the
ま
monk.
ったので、まず陶器というシステムをまあ低レベルから使えるように習得レベルを変更してます。
Temple of the Fist. Yeah, they're
Thank
changing.
you.
They're changing the music. They're
And
literally.
so, we
Yeah,
wanted
there it
to
is.
Explain this a bit. And first of all, the gameplay element of stacking greased lightning will be done away with. So we are going to allow for chakras to be unlocked at a lower level.
そしてですね、もう一個、新しいシステム必殺技っていうものを、搭載することになりました。
And then we are implementing a new system that we called Masterful Blitz.
ですね、もう全体的に拡張されてるんですけど、まず新しく3つのチャクラっていうも
That
の
sounds
が
fun.
出てきます。
A dancer, but
So, I
different.
mean, it's been
Time to suplex a
adjusted,
train.
Yeah,
very
legit
significantly
blitz,
overall. But
yeah.
so just going into a bit, we will have 3 chakras.
で、さらに陰と陽2つの陶器があって、
And then so there will be like a yin and a yang.
Wow.
その組み合わせによって必殺技の中身が変わります。
And so getting like a balance of those chakras and the 2 different types of it will allow for the different skills to be activated.
So cool.
ちょっと分かりづらいよね。でまあチャクラを付与する仕組みって踏みなりが起動条件になってるんですけど、踏みなりが、2スタック、チャージのアクションになってます。
So with this chakra system, you will need to activate it using perfect balance. But perfect balance is going to be a charge action that can stack up to 2.
しかも、チャージタイム40秒なので回転が早いです。
And stack
Watch them play Gugane
each
Castle for
stack
Samurai.
is charged up every 40 seconds, so it's quite fast.
で手数で押すっていうコンセプトは変わってないです。ただ必殺技が入って忙しさがめっちゃ上がるんで、聖剣
It's rather
総称だ。
proper that they use Masterful Blitz because Blitz is the word for lightning, and the monks use lightning, grease lightning.
Trying to rush with the different skills that you activate and quickly going through these different
I just want to shit post that this is a tease for Blitzball.
Of Masterful Blitz, it does get a lot busier. So we have adjusted True Strike and Twin Snakes to not have like a directional condition.
Titan.
いいですよね。ここまでいいです。大丈夫です。
Titan?
Yeah, Titan.
For what?
は良かったんですけど、羅刹章がですね、今回なくなっております。
That's the ARR version of Titan, right?
I know a lot of you had enjoyed using this and it felt great, but we will be taking shoulder tackle away.
Ah, I get for this.
神話が追加されるんですけど、殴りません。
Beautiful.
In its place, we will be adding a gap closer or like a rush action per se. It will not be something that you use your fist.
ただ味方ターゲットして移動もできるので。
But it is
fucking anime. I love it.
そう、味方が離れてくれたやつに。
And I don't even watch anime.
I have a monk main friend who's
使い方ができる。
either going to be really happy or really upset,
but with
and
this
I'm just
rush
laughing.
sort of movement, it is going to be simply for moving around, but
Same.
you can also target your ally or your party member to rush over to them. So say you needed to kind of go towards somebody who had dispersed and went off into the distance, you can rush over to them. So kind of like there's an action that's similar in the Black Mage's kit, but you can
Ethereal
go in there to
manipulation.
kind of close your distance with your party member.
まあクローマの場合だと魔文を
So you can use it to target either ally or either enemy. Wow.
今回敵もターゲットできるので、敵から味方へ、味方から敵へっていうのがそんな感じで、まあなので羅刹でこう味方
I understood that.
そうですね。
はい、殴らない技には。
I understood that reference.
So I mean, with the Black Mage though, you would place the ley lines and then take a step and rush into your party member and then just go back to the ley lines. But with this new monk action, you can target where you're going to be moving to. So it's not just like a going back and forth. You can target your ally to rush
What if
over
I
to
want to
them
shoulder tackle my
and
allies,
then maybe run towards the enemy. So because of that,
That's how you heal them.
and you will be targeting
totally.
party members. You don't want to shoulder tackle your allies, but
No, let us.
口はいけませんよねっていう話。
It's a reverse. It will be a reverse rescue.
Totally want to shoulder
文句
tackle
の
our allies.
必殺技だけ
はい
実機で
おやっ
お見
たぜ
せ。しましょうかという感じ。
It's a reverse rescue. Instead of pulling, instead of pulling, you push them out of the AOE.
An example of Masterful Blitz on the gameplay screen, because I think just explaining it with words might not be optimal in terms of trying to get the message across.
It's so pretty.
切り替えてよくなってやってください。はい。わ
Yeah, the music.
Mm-hmm.
すべてがなんだこれに見える。Everything looks new.
新エリアですからね。
Oh, there's going to be a lot of screenshots taken here.
New area.
New
Right.
area, new BGM.
まあ当然ですけど、お伝えしてあるデノミネーションって入ってる状態なので、
Please, you should be hit
もう
something.
全体ギュッとね。
And we've got new zone music.
Oh, that looks so
Just a word
slick.
of note, downscaling has been already implemented in this build, so please don't be surprised if the numbers feel a lot more compact.
はい。
こんな感じです。
おー
今
Okay. Instant transmission.
So as you can see, that's
Yeah, it looks really
the
cool, doesn't
three
it?
stacks.
So it's basically on Avant.
ではあるとは思いますけど、
Mhm.
はい、30秒。
Needing target.
Needing target,
で
of
必
course.
殺技だけありますよ。
Quite technical with a 30-second charge. So let me show you the Masterful Blitz.
はい、お願いします。Yes, please.
Chakras, yeah.
海なり。
Perfect balance.
あ
What level is he?
ここにこれ溜まってんの見えますかね、
うんうんうん
3つ。
90.
Yeah, he's
Can you
90.
see the three kind of
Are you-
below that?
Next
chakra
confirmed
Endwalker battle
glowing
music.
there?
はい。これがチャクラですね。で、ここに、
That's good.
Sounds
Look at the
really
look at the
good.
damage.
おお、3つ違
Yeah,
う
it's
チ
downscaled.
ャクラ
あ
を
で、
つけたときに出せる
あ
必殺技。
And so once
I
you
might
get
actually
those
play Monk
charged,
this time.
up to
I've never
three
liked it.
chakras that are opened up,
Mhm.
Really good.
you can unleash your Masterful Blitz.
で、それ、今、
God, look how many you can combo off of. Look at that.
はい。
陽
よ
陽の、
いい陽の陽ですねはい
陶器がついておりますね
う。。はは
So of course, once we
I'm
have
guessing it's
used
gonna work
that
kind of like Mujo's.
stack of three, we now have an element
Yin
that's
yang
associated with
system
it,
for monk,
between the
huh?
yin and the yang. It's
Yes.
yang at
Basically.
this time.
Hmm.
Have you done the quests, Bonnie?
Yeah, I've done all of the
例えばね
quest lines.
同じ
I'm just now doing
Monk.
the Stormblood Monk, so yes. The answer is yes.
Yeah.
早期砲がね、ここに。
Monk used to be my main DPS.
And so, oh, we have something there right now. But another example is if we have
The normal
three
battle
of the
music
same-
sounds great, but it feels familiar too.
で今、イン
インがついてますね。ここに
Yeah.
yin.
インはいいんですよ。
インの陶器が
はい。インの陶器。
インの陶器がついてます。
The yin and yang. It wasn't in my glossary, so I'm going with yin and
そう
yang.
ね、
But
まだないもんね。
Part
この
Zoe
状態で
Evolution
さらに
reminds me so much of Tactics Advance.
最後一番
おー
は
は
Soken, what are you
You
doing?
stack your three chakras again, and then you unleash a pretty flashy move there in your Masterful Blitz.
なるほど。
はい。というわけで忙しいので、まあこの、聖剣好きと、総称だだけ方向指定がなくなって、まあ他は
I don't see
はい
the earth skill on his bar.
Yes,
Or no,
so
there it
as
is.
you
Never
can see,
mind.
it is quite busy with trying to maintain that gauge.
I need this theme
so
now.
that's why we
Ah!
listed the two. True
There's something
Strike
familiar,
and
but because they're
Instincts
talking
to,
over it, I
not
can't.
be
I can't
restricted
think.
to,
I
a
can't. I
particular
can't really
direction.
say what the fuck is.
Yeah.
ではこれ以上はね、
はい
メディアの皆さんの
そうですね。
仕事を奪ってしまう。
I'm back to Titan.
So I think we will leave it at that, and we don't want to take away from the media and influencers content. So
はい。以上となります。敵シリセットして。もうパワポに戻っている。
はい、パワーポイントです。
はい。さあ、では、続いて、侍行きましょうか。
お願いします。
Sorry, that's Panther
Samurai.
wanting attention.
一つ目。 陣風と疾風で付与できるバフを範囲コンボでも付与
That's
できる。
Kugane theme, right?
これ選手と
Oh, damn.
範囲めっちゃだるかったと思うので、ここは相当快適になるんじゃないか
Yeah,
な。
that's Kugane.
So
Effects
first
granted by
one
Jinpu
is
and Shifu.
effects granted by Jinpu
Can
and
also be
Shifu.
applied to AoE
Now
combos.
also
That
be applied
means
We don't have to
Mangetsu
start with
and
melee anymore.
This is kind of similar
Mangetsu and
to
Oka.
Warrior,
We don't have to
but,
start with,
when you're doing your
single
AoEs,
target
it
anymore.
won't be so
Holy
like,
shit.
That's a huge
not
change.
boring, but like it's strenuous and time consuming because the
It is time consuming.
effects,
It's a
are applied
drag.
to AoE combos as well.
Yeah, it was one of the things that Impulse really irked me about Samurai.
に相当するアクション、新たに追加されて
Oh shit.
A new EI jutsu and an action
And
in
Tsubame
range
Gaeshi.
of Tsubame Gaeshi will be
Oh,
available.
was that the last thing we saw in the like the big ass Midare that the samurai used at the end?
I think so.
Hmm.
I don't know too terribly much about Samurai. I leveled it to 80, so I do know
もち
some.
ろん力士のね、ちゃんと
I haven't level. I mean, I have it in my main, but I don't really play samurai. Only with one of my
I
alts.
seem to be concerned about the Dragoon, but
That's
I
the
did
super
mention,
attack
I
after
had it
Tsubame
done.
Gaeshi. So you
We
saw the
have
two
expanded upon
Midares,
the AoEs.
and then you saw two of something
Oh,
else. That's what they're talking about.
ご確認ください。
It's on the PowerPoint. Don't worry. Please check.
I don't think it's the. I don't think it's.
侍なんですけど、
It feels familiar because of Final Fantasy IV because I haven't played Final Fantasy IV, so that doesn't check
With
familiar
the
for me.
Samurai, of course, we wanted to kind of expand upon that pure melee DPS.
新技追加がまあ主なんですけど、燕返し、それから明鏡止水のが2チャージのアクションになってるので、コンテンツに合わせてのね、開幕バーストとか調整の余地っていうのは結構増えたかなと思います。
And of course, with the samurai, because it's just a straightforward sort of evolution from the last expansion, we have just primarily added new actions. But the Tsubame Gaeshi and Meikyo Shisui have become stackable to 2 charges. So whenever you go
Stackable?
into
Tsubame
a
Gaeshi, are you
content
fucking
and you wanna
kidding
go
me?
into a fight with that sort of burst of attack, there is a bit of wiggle room if you wanted to like make adjustments there.
で、明鏡
Tsubame Gaeshi and Meikyo
コンボの
Shisui.
3段目に該当するアクションを打つと、コンボ2段目のバフが得られる。明鏡止水の状態の時だけですけどね。そんな風になってるんで、使い勝手自体も向上してると思います。
And then when you are under the effect of Meikyo Shisui, and then you go into that third phase of your combo rotation, you will be granted the effects of that second combo action. So we're hoping that that will allow for ease of use to be improved.
はい。はいはい。じゃあ侍は以上でございます。
Okay, so that covers the samurai.
では、
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Oh.
Next up is ninja.
Yeah, this is
こ
so
ちらは
good.
まず一つ目ですけど、フートンド
Oh.
Good.
ライトンに
Finally.
それぞれに
The Doton too. I saw the Raiton one and the Huton one, but not Doton one.
Yeah, because it feels weird as a ninja to not like utilize elements in your normal combos.
Doton and Huton will be added.
で、あとはですね、アクションで、フートンを付与できる。
That's the House of the Fears.
Yep.
付与維持が楽に。
Yes, because I saw in the video that Huton was nearly instantly applied.
And then
In one
action,
action.
making
He
it
didn't
easier
have-
to
he didn't
apply
even have to
Huton
use the
would
mudra.
be added. So
It's probably
whenever you
talented.
do want to
Yeah.
sort of apply or keep Huton, and it should allow for you to do that.
Yeah, because you had to precast
ま
Huton.
あ、結構すでに忙しいジョブですし、まあそもそも忍術なんてミスしてられないし、これ以上忙しくならないようにしてあります。
I guess it will still be
And
part of
course,
the
with
mood
ninja, it is quite busy,
combinations.
And of
It
course,
will.
you can't miss any of those ninjutsus that you are doing. So we tried our best not to make it even busier than it is already.
Yeah, it's pretty busy.
別に 4員は勘弁してくれって書いてあるんですけど
Not summoner
残
busy,
念
but
4員はございません。
なるほど。
はい
People are saying, "Oh, we don't want the fourth
That's fine.
sigil," but don't worry, we do not have that.
かつですね、今回映画がなくなっております。ですので、ドットがなくなりました。
And of course, we have done away with Shadow Fang, so the dot will
Oh.
be gone.
my dots.
ドトンやライトンの追加で、まあさっきね、新たな攻撃、まあこれ動画にもありましたね。で
That's Kugane Castle?
の効果時間中に使える専用アクションなんかも、追加されたりしてお
But
り
did
ま
you
す。
adjust
No, it's Doma.
potencies?
It's
Called
Doma.
it.
And then, of course, as mentioned, there are some new actions that are linked to Doton and Raijin, as you may have seen in the video. And then when you are using the, I'm sorry.
Technical difficulties.
Whenever you're using the Bunshin, there is going to be a specific action that will be added to that as well.
Yeah, the new action with Bunshin.
大体忍者以上で、
はいありがとうございます
That should cover ninja.
That's interesting that they got rid of my dot.
It's more action
You-
combat
you
with
st-
less
you
delayed
still-
damage.
You still have Doton.
出ました。
Oh.
Dot on.
Doton was never good.
Yes.
Doton was never good.
Excuse me?
Melee DPS job, Reaper.
Doton was good for enemies for ads that stayed in place.
新しい武器、両手釜による攻撃、まあ自分自身の攻撃と、まあ自分に
You're fucking kidding me to the edge for Reaper!
連携で攻撃していきます。で最終的にはアバターを自分自身に表示させて、
Get ready to hear me out scream.
音ができます。
I mean,
So of course with Reaper, they use the scythe, like a double-handed scythe to attack. So you have your own attacks that you are unleashing, and then you have the avatar that will
One brings
also
shadow,
attack
one brings
at the same
light.
time. So you're attacking in tandem, and then plus
To the edge, get it?
you
'Cause they're
will
so
be
itchy.
able to service the avatar's vessel.
What happens
And so
during
you allow
Seed of
it to
Sacrifice?
possess you to unleash even more powerful attacks.
続いての項目どうぞ。で、1個だけ、
ほう
まあシナジー、パーティー強化するシナジ
So
ー
it
バ
buffs the party.
And just one job that does this. There's it's
Support
able
DPS?
to grant enhancements to party. One
Support
sorry, this is the only,
melee
like,
DPS
synergy
and
related,
it would be.
action that this job has.
Still waiting on an actual, like,
it's gonna
real
be very
support
good, man.
class.
からなんかね、まがまがしいものを抜き取ってましたね。なんかね。
They'll
You
never
may
make
have
a pure
noticed
support.
In the video, Reaper was trying to take something out of the bard. It looked kind of ominous.
で、まあ移動結構特徴的だったりもするんですけど、
King hell.
特定の状況で結構役立つ。
I sit back down and they're playing to the edge.
Yes.
If you weren't crying before, you are now.
またタイプが進捗だけあって。
And you may have also noticed this in the video, but
What did
some
they
of the
play during,
movements,
Ninja?
that the Reaper
Doma.
does is quite unique.
House of the Fears and
And so
Kugane
it's also
Castle.
unique
It was
and
Doma
specialized
Castle?
actions give them an
No,
edge in
Kugane
specific
Castle.
combat situations.
It was not Doma Castle, it was Kugane Castle.
My brain.
No, sorry.
So just
Doma Castle may. No, my brain may be falling. I think it was Kugane.
The flow here.
No, it was Kugane Castle.
のゲージなんですけど、まずがソウルゲージ。
That's
It might be
Yamcha.
Doma
So
Castle.
if you take
Yeah,
a
that
look at
sounds more
the
like Doma.
job HUD here, you see two different sort of gauges, but one of them,
It's-
the top
yeah,
one,
Ninja
is
Town
the
versus
soul
Samurai
gauge.
Town.
で
Fair.
まあソウルゲージを貯めて、アバターと一緒に攻撃ウェポンスキルを使う。その、ソウルゲージを消費してね。
Um,
And then,
I swear,
so
in my
you would
concept for
charge
Reaper
up the
Hades is
soul gauge in order to
slightly
unleash
true.
different
I'm going to
attacks.
scream.
And this also applies to some of the attacks that you unleash together with your avatar. And
I swear to
that
God,
would
if he's
sort
a
of
Reaper trainer.
deplete some of the charge that is built up in the
I
soul
hope so.
gauge.
でそのアバターと一緒に戦うとシュラウドゲージっていうのが今度は溜まるので、それが一定以上溜まるとアバターと融合できるようになるので、最終的にはアバターと融合してさらに特別なコンボをぶっ放していくみたいなのが基本になります。
And then once you unleash the weapon skills using your own attacks plus the avatar, then a
Red and
second
blue
gauge
theme on the
starts
gauge
to
again.
fill up. That is the shroud gauge. And with this accumulating charge, then it will eventually allow for you to kind of
Not exactly
let
blue.
the
It's more
avatar
like
kind of
this
merge with
green
you.
blue
You would become
live
the
streamy
avatar's vessel,
shit,
and
you
then
know?
you are able to unleash even stronger special
You can easily
so
see.
that's kind
You
of
can
like the
see
high
more.
energy shit.
flow.
どちらかというと、ピュア DPS に近いです。結果そうなります。
So, because of that, I think we lean towards that sort of pure melee DPS. It kind of resulted in that way.
侍の方がピュアではありますけど、侍と同等のピュアメレ DPS とは言わないですけど、ピュア寄りです。
なるほど。
はい。
Of course, our samurai is definitely a pure melee DPS. So it's not quite as extreme as the samurai, but I think it does skew towards that sort of melee, pure melee.
じゃあこちらも見ないとわかんないよっていう YouTube でチラッチラッ
まあわからないですね。
吉田見ないとわかんないよチラッっていうコメントを見たので実機を見てみましょうか。
And I think I see a lot of comments in YouTube, I think, saying that, oh, but we won't understand unless you show it to us, please.
Please.
Show us just a little
Yes.
bit. So allow us to show it on the gameplay screen.
さあどうぞ。
Yes.
Thank you, praise Zodiac.
あ、鎌持ってる。Yeah. She has size.
これどっかのプロデューサー兼ディレクターが
POCP.
ステージで
Why?
来て社長と一緒に並んで写ってる写真で
He sweated for
なんだ
us.
この会社
for
って
our
言われて
sins.
た。
Oh, this reminds me of a certain outfit that a certain producer director of the game had worn at a certain event and stood next to our sort of CEO and made people wonder, what kind of game is this?
ざっとゆっくりちょっと動かしますね。
ほい。
So just a rough overview and kind of take you step by step.
お願いします。Yes, please.
準備をします。
Sorry, one moment. We're gonna prep.
でこれ一個ね、
So the fucking
アビリテ
abilities.
ィじゃね、品地のやつにかけました。でなん
So
か
we've applied the synergistic
デバフを
ability
入れました。
and applied a debuff.
で、
Backside.
おいしょ。
I'm sorry, side attack and then back attack. Oops. I think we ran out of charge, sorry.
Fucking sick.
でこう殴っていくとまず、さっきのソウルゲージが溜まりますね。
So as you can see, when you continue to hit the enemy, the soul gauge kind of fills up.
でアバターを使って
おう。
でこんな形でこう難しいな通訳挟むタイミング
Sorry, it's kind of hard to jump in with the translations, but
でこれでシュラウドゲージが50にアバターを使えば使うほどシュラウドゲージが溜まると思ってくださいね、
but again, just a reminder, once you attack using your avatar, the shroud gauge starts to fill up.
で、これですね。
His eyes changed in that transformation.
And transform.
こんな感じです。
Wow.
これちゃんとね、皆さんのキャラが
Untitled
このモードに一人一人なりますんで。
But yeah, each of your characters will take on its own form, or not its own form, but I'm sorry, it's going to take form, and it'll still be your character.
完全にダークサイドになりました。
落ちてます。
Yeah, now, yeah, he completely fall into the dark side.
Interesting.
Yes, totally.
これはいい中にって書いてあって、ちょっと嬉しいです。
英語にしづらい。
This is very, very emo.
ちょっと移動アクションなんですけど、
They really just said that.
やってまして、このポジションから向いている進行方向に対して前に移動
This is very emo.
後ろに移動するアクションがあります。
So as for a gap closer, there are
That's great.
There's a move where it'll allow for you to move towards like forward, and then there's a way to move kind of backwards.
And then forward and back and then.
ゲートを開けておくことができる一定時間勝手に残るんですけど、
I'm still getting over them saying emo.
ゲートの
So basically, you'll be opening a gate of sort, like a rift that you can go through, and it stays
Excuse
open
me?
for a certain amount of time.
で、ゲートが閉じる前であれば、
Now we're opening
なるほど。
portals to the rift.
So if
That's
you are
great.
able to move before the gate closes
Yep.
up, you can go back to
Nothing could possibly go
whatever
wrong.
position you-
まあ僕今調整メインで別にリーパー使ってるわけじゃないんですけど、調整でリーパー使ってる子はアンチにあらかじめ一旦ゲートを置いておいて、
はい、
ギリギリまで殴って戻るみたいなことやってました、
なるほど。
はい
Of course, right now we're just making adjustments to it, so it's not like this is a main job or anything. But you would a way to go about using this gate is to kind of leave it where it's in front of like an enemy of sorts, and then you close
Thank
the
you,
gap
you're
towards
making me
them, hit them,
hungry.
and then go back.
じゃあどうしようかな。そうね。
What?
ミートブレイクスだけど違う。ちょっとここから早いですよ。融合した後。
Really quickly
Holy
after
smokes!
letting the avatar take over.
I don't think I have a choice. I think I'm gonna be playing this class.
融合するとちょっとプレイ速度変わるので、結構テクニカルですね。で今までのようになんだろう、単体技でゲージを貯めてってよりはこのソウルスライスとか割とチャージアクション使って一気に50貯めて長めにこうソウルゲージを貯めてようやく呼び出して
Friendly reminder: these are angry both units from
プレイ
Garlemald.
感今までと
Yes.
かなり違います。
Yes, yes, yes.
But with the tempo of these different actions that you have to do, it is quite fast. So it does require a lot of like technical aspect of it. And it's not necessarily like a single target all the time. Sometimes it's like a soul slice, and adding some different abilities in there.
What is
It's
this,
not
fast
like
dark arts?
an endurance thing. Like you don't like build and build and build and build and unleash at one time, but it's quite fast. So I think the play style is quite different from what we had previous with it compared to any of the existing jobs.
でもなんだろう、一通り当然全部触ってますけど、 テンポはすごい気持ちよくてね、楽しかったっす。
That being said, looking at the different jobs, this one included, the tempo does feel really good. So I think it is quite interesting.
これはね、結構やり込んでいただけるんじゃないかなと思います。
And so I think the more you get your hands on it and try it out, I think it's something that you can kind of master and try to make the most out of it, because it is quite fun.
Feels really smooth to play.
ガス欠にならないようにしていかなきゃいけないんでね。だからまあもう、まあ人気が
That's going to be definitely my main melody PS job.
ったんですけど、
It looks really cool.
なんだろう、いい感じの難しさになったかなとは思うので、まあ練習したらしただけ
Since I don't have any gather properly level, I'm going to become an angry
Be
botanist.
mindful of like resource management,
Look at that.
making sure that your gauges are up and you're going through this properly, managing it properly. And of course, with this being a new job, very flashy moves, we expect it to be very popular. And so
It's going to be very popular.
A little bit less challenging, so to speak. But I don't know, I think it's a good kind of difficult. And again, it's something that would be fun to kind of master. And the more you delve deeper into it, the more I feel like you can get out of it.
まあベースのコンボには方向指定がないんですけど、アバターとやる技みたいな時は方向指定が存在するものもあります。なんかそこはどっちかというと味付けです。はい。
Of course, the base combo doesn't require any sort of directionals, but once you start evolving your avatar, there will be. So be careful of that. But I think it's just, it adds flavor to the different abilities that you're unleashing.
簡単じゃんって今度コメントがあるんだけど、さっき言ったように早く高速移動しながら、なんだろう、高速で回さなきゃいけない中で出てくるんで、しかもさっき使ったのどっちだっけとか出てくるんで、そんなに簡単ではなかったですよ。はい。
And then we also have those people saying, oh, but it's an easy job in the comments, which is not true. You are going to be moving around the battlefield pretty quickly, and you're also trying to get through your rotations very quickly. So, and you also have to remember, okay, so I've used this skill, so where does it connect to next? So it's not easy per se.
今ね、YouTube でね、LB3 を見せてくれるコメントが始まってます。Twitch もそうなんですけど、残念ながらですね、僕今日今使ってるこのメディアツアーのワールドはですね、デバッグコマンドの LB3 フリーが使えないんですよ、残念ながら。
I also see comments saying that, oh, we want to see Limit Break 3, but I'm afraid this is in this world that we created for the media tour, we don't have the debug command to unleash the LB3, or we don't have the debug command LB3 free, so sorry, I'm not able to show it to you.
ただですね、もうすでに公開しているベンチマークトレーラーの最後にゼノスが使ってるなんかすごいやつがリーパーの LB3 です。
ああ、なるほど。
はい。
But that being said, you may have seen the benchmark trailer, but when you see Xenos at the end and he does this really flashy move, that is the Reaper's LB3.
Okay.
なのであれをご覧いただくと LB3、リーパーの LB3 がこういうやつかっていうのがわかります。はい。
So I think that would be a good reference if you want to see what the Reaper's LB3 looks like.
はい。ではちょっとこれでまあリーパー終わりにしようと思うんですけど、はい、まあ2時間になるんで、
そうなんです。
3休憩と。
はい。なのでここらで一旦ちょっと手短に10分ぐらい、10分休憩ぐらいを一回挟みたいなと。で休憩明けたら残りの遠隔シリーズの DPS とヒーラーに行こう。
全然4時間どころじゃねえな。
おかしいな。数字で言いますと、当初思ってたら今40分ぐらい押してます。はい。いや かかるもんですね。
So, we have actually clocked in about 2 hours now, and we haven't gotten through all the. Well, we've gotten through the melee DPS, but I think we would like to take a 10-minute break, and then we'll jump back into the remaining DPS. Yeah, we're on about a 40-minute delay at this point, so I think we want to take a quick break.
ですので、ここから10分間休憩取りたいと思います。予定外のマジ休憩なので、お供は特にございません。本当の休憩でございます。So now we want to have a 10 minutes break. It's pure break, so we have no video to show during the break, this break. So 10分後にお会いしましょう。Let's see you again in 10 minutes.
It's fucking 6 a.m.
Nearly dawn.
All right, break time.
We can discuss shit. We know that Ayumi
Reaper
is
looks
salty.
really cool though.
We know that I'm so. Why is it?
Yes. You are
He is
salty
salty
enough to be a white mage.
What's that supposed to mean?
Aside from salt being white, I am unsure.
They put saviors there. Huh. Interesting, because that's the lore that most uses yin and yang symbol imagery in his attacks. Huh. Balance.
I really need to know what the fucking Astro skills actually are, though. This break is gonna kill me.
I saw the star shower and I was like, oh god.
I'm surprised they're not really playing anything during the break.
Yeah, usually they play some videos or something.
Yeah.
But they haven't really had any live events recently.
It's
And
funny because they
before-
were teasing last night that they were going to show like the Ultima music video and stuff like that again during breaks.
And before Meowth uses this as their new wallpaper.
Please.
Before, I think this has been Mouth's wallpaper for like an hour and 45 minutes now.
Superimposed Alfie.
Shh. I'm trying to concentrate on the music.
Zombies and Netta on YouTube is wanting to know how much.
How much what? You cut out.
Longer till Noctis is to get Noctis'
How much
scar.
longer the 15 events are on for?
Oh.
Oh, I can look it up. No problem.
What theme is this? I'm lost here.
I've heard this before.
Ugh.
It's one of the Ishgard
Ends October
or
18th.
Heavensward themes.
It'll
This
be
is
here for over
the
a month.
Firmament Fate music.
Yeah, it is.
For zombie. Yep.
Dun,
If you want to cheat code your way to
Yeah.
the car, it's literally 2 fashion reports and some mini games, and you're good. So just make sure you follow the fashion report guide.
God,
and
the
you'll
Firmament
get your
Fates were so
points real
fun.
quick.
Sounds like
They
a
really were.
medley. Sounds like
They
a
were
medley.
like they were a
do.
mad dash,
A lot
but
of
they
them.
were so fun.
Yeah, they were.
That's Ishgar's theme. No,
Yeah.
sorry, that's Heavensward theme. Da-da.
It's the Firmament Fate theme.
But that's mixed with. That part was mixed with Mount Gulg. What the fuck?
All right. Well, I wish we could continue, but it is
Oh,
getting
that's-
really, really late of my time, and I unfortunately have to head to bed. So we will catch you guys.
That's Eden's promise! What the fuck?
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, they just segued into it.
Yeah. So we have a
Anyway,
we have a stream coming up with Anonymous on Sunday, normal time, usual time. Look forward to that. We'll be talking about the Circle of Knowing. We also have a few more guests lined up that are coming down the line that you will be excited to hear about. We're not going to reveal them yet, but please look forward to that as well. So thank you for all for joining us for the Producer Live Letter watch party. Sorry we had to cut it short about halfway through, but we are not robots. We are human beings. We do need our sleep.
You're the one saying that.
Beep boop bop. Anyways, yes, I'm half robot. So thank you all for joining, and we will catch you guys on Sunday at 4 Eastern, 3 p.m. Central Time, 1 p.m. Pacific. And Meowth, what is your time?
Right now?
No, on Sunday. What time do you usually start on?
My time is I'm GMT +1. GMT normal is 9 p.m., but for me it's 10 p.m.
Okay. So then. Anyways, you guys have a great night, and for those that are staying up for the rest of the live letter, hope you get to see some. Hopefully, you get to see some fun stuff.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
everyone.